Real show, here we go. Real show, here we go. You know that it's gotta be that time, so this is what we chant. What keeps on getting them all amped in advance? Come on. You and I rocking out with Iron Man, F.E. You get the general's point of view on top of Roger's rants. We're never tapping out, we're putting the most minutes in. You already know what that's about, you know that winners win. Crush whatever's on task, check the podcast. It's the champ and the tramp, let the bomb blast.
All right, here we go. Champ and the Tramp with our first guest, Toms River's own Todd Frazier. Todd, we go back for quite a while, obviously being Toms River guys. Grew up with his brothers.
Yes.
For those that don't know, he's a Major League Baseball player. Started with the Reds, White Sox.
Yes.
Mets. Yankees. And then Mets. And now just signed to the Texas Rangers.
Yes.
So MLB home run champion 2015.
Tell him, let him know.
He was Little League World Series champion 1998. Right?
Hey.
Right? Come on, 90s what with 96 football Pop Warner National Football champ.
People don't know about that.
Come on, they don't.
They don't know about that.
Still signs around here that say it.
I know, it's unbelievable.
Still signs that say
It feels like yesterday. It's crazy, man, playing Pop Warner football.
But Todd is definitely a legend in this town. So, thanks for coming on, man.
Oh, I'm glad to be here. I've been waiting to come on this podcast, bro. I'm fired up, man.
We've been talking about it for long enough.
No, we have. Yeah, you guys have been talking about it, and you're doing your due diligence, bro. I love it. It's been great.
Some common ground that we have with Todd is all our kids are roughly the same age, so they go to school together. We do a lot of the same functions together, all the kids' parties. So Todd's at all the parties, and we kind of bro out. The dads kind of just hang out in the corner and bro out when our kids are hanging out.
Or when we're at what's that place? The Sky's On, and we're do dodgeball with the Fraziers. That's like a bad idea.
Hey, that was
a bad idea.
I had my birthday party, my son's. We always do it before I head out. Mine's February 12th. His is in March. And we made sure we had an adult dodgeball tournament. And I'm telling you right now, there's old men in there diving, ducking, dodging. It was unbelievable.
Bringing the heat.
I could have sworn somebody tore their hamstring. I think it was my uncle tore his hamstring trying to win this damn
they're
match.
whipping this ball, man. I can't even throw it anymore.
I got to practice. I got a charity one coming up in March.
Yeah, you got to. Hey, listen, underhand everywhere. Yeah. So hit those little targets.
I'm good at getting,
You guys want to throw some wrenches at me?
Dip, dive.
I think you'll be all right. You're a big dog over there, so it's good.
You'd be whipping that thing. So you just got signed to the Rangers.
Yes.
How is that, man? What the question is going from one team to the next. I mean, it's cool. You get to see a lot of different organizations, touch a lot of different coaches, see a lot of different philosophies, I imagine, right?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing people don't understand is behind the scenes stuff. Like my wife has to pick up everything in the house and ship with 3 kids under the age of 5. Find another place to live. And while I'm at the field, I'm like, honey, I got to worry about the game. She's got to pick everything up. I'm calling my dad, calling my mom, trying to reroute them and where to go, and it's tough, but I played for 5 different teams. I mean, it's a dream come true, but all the background shit is just crazy.
You do have a soldier, man, as a wife. She is a soldier.
Unbelievable.
Truly,
unbelievable. I don't know how she does it with no help. She's not one of those where she's going to get a nanny. We have a babysitter here and there, but she's in control, man. And she's a little 5'1". Love you, honey. She was a gymnast back in the day, so she can flip it around. She's good. That's why I love her. So it's crazy. Good stuff.
But people just see you when they tune in. Oh, there he is. They didn't see all the practice and all the other stuff and all the BS that goes behind it.
The Todd father is here.
Yes, there's a lot. I mean, minor leagues. Once you get drafted, I'm theirs basically. And they're telling me I played first stop Billings, Montana. I haven't been as far west as Ohio, and I'm going to Billings, Montana. You get a host family, which is pretty cool. People don't know that you get in some of the minor league camps. You get a host family, and
so that you stay with them.
Stay with them for the months.
Wow.
And, most of them don't even want rent. It's the craziest thing. Like, thank God, because
it's Montana. You come to Jersey, they're gonna take that rent money.
Double down, man. I mean, in the minor leagues, I made my first year. Think about this. In my first year, this is how crazy baseball is. I made, I think it was in the 6 months, about $8,000 to $9,000.
Wow.
That's and where there's a big thing going on with minor league baseball trying to get them more money. And now look, we're making millions of dollars. So that's the come up. You know what I mean? The hard work that you got to. You know, how bad do you really want it? Making $8,000 to $12,000. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. $8,000 to $12,000 for your year. And some guys are married with kids already. Some guys have been doing it for 10, 15 years, and you know, as you play more in the minor leagues, you'll make more. But that first year, you're like, I love this game. I don't know if I love it that much. If that's the case, you got to hit well. You got to play defense. You got to do the whole nine.
Put the time in, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know.
So how do you feel about that? The minor league guys wanting more money.
I love it. I love every second of it. I think they deserve it. And I remember my first 15-hour bus ride, and you know, the Spanish guys sit in the back. You know, the white guys, the black guys, we all mix it around. But you get back there, all of a sudden, one of them takes a dump in the back. The whole ride's screwed. No, listen, I had this guy. Oh, my God. I remember this guy, Carlos, in the back, man. He play his music loud, too. I'm like, listen. I'm screaming. I'm like, turn that damn music down, you know? Can't understand a damn thing they're singing.
He's playing the music while he's shitting?
Yeah, the whole fucking bus ride. They're playing music.
Fighting chickens in the back and shit.
Kid, no, they're the best. They're talented, whatever. And I remember Carlos said, "Oh man, El Baño Stinko." I said, no, he did it again. And that it just spreads everywhere. You can't just pull over. The bus driver I asked the bus driver. I said, "Listen, what do you got to do to get there?" It'll take me 40 goddamn minutes. You guys do this every time. So I ended up getting him a gift card to Outback. I felt bad for him.
But that's great. You're talking about going to playing for 8, 10. But you were just playing. So we started. I mean, you went from obviously high school to college. Play for Rutgers.
Yep.
Did you finish? You finished there?
No. So when you turn 21, that's the prime. That's your draft time. So I still. So that's my junior year in college. I still have. You know, me. I took the least amount. You know, it was tough. I still probably have a year and a half left of college to go, but you know, my mom always said, "You're gonna go back, right?" I said, "Well, if I make it, you know," she's like, "You're going back." I'm like, "All right." And now, you know, we haven't talked about it yet, but
do it online, man.
Listen,
Arizona
47 years old.
Online, get an online degree, bro.
Listen, another headline. That'd be crazy, man. That'd be crazy. But yeah, it's that craziness, and people don't understand the minor leagues. These guys wait 3 to 6 years to get up to my brother Jeff.
Yeah, that's nothing. Both his brothers made it to the major leagues, right? Yep. Charlie being your oldest, and then Jeff, you know, the middle one.
Yeah, he made it. It took him over 8 or 9 years in the minor leagues. Think about that. In the minor leagues, where he didn't make much money at all, and he got up there for 14 days. He played in the big leagues. Then they sent him down for a pitcher, and they never called him up again. And then he tried 2 more years after that and never made it up with a different team. And it's unbelievable. They say 5% out of the 50 rounds of kids out of 30, so let's say around 1,500 kids, 5% only make it to the major leagues.
But still, you come from a family, 3 boys, all of you at some point, no matter how brief, all played for in the major leagues, right? At some point in your life. So I mean, that's a competitive, driven family. I mean, what was it like living with your dad growing up? Was the man just screaming at you like it was? What was Thanksgiving dinner like? Like throw the fucking meatloaf at your brother.
Listen, for me, I was the youngest, so they would always pick on me, which is fine. I didn't mind. Now thinking about
that's probably why.
And that's why you could see I got muscles like you guys. No, but at the end of the day, there was a lot of holes in the walls. You know, a lot of challenges. We like challenging each other, and I know you love that.
With each other.
Yeah, but it was like if I lost, I'm not happy for 2 days.
Yeah.
One of those things. We got a ping pong table for Christmas. I ended up beating Charlie. You know, when I beat my oldest brother, like I see rainbows and gold.
It's like you just won the national
gummy
title.
bear. It's the greatest thing in the world, and. I beat him like real close game, say 21-19. I just remember he screams like, boom, elbowed the corner. So now we're missing the corner piece of the ping pong. My dad comes in and goes, well, that's what you got for Christmas. And that was on Christmas Day, man.
That's fucking amazing.
And I'm like, we couldn't play right after that. But it's just crazy. It was an awesome family to be around. You know, we didn't have any pets. We're never home.
Well, I'm sure the fact that you 3 brothers competitive, that bred your competitive juices.
Without a doubt. And I'm so glad I was the last child because I learned, I watched. I tell you, the young kids today, man, watch the kid or the older kid that's supposed to be awesome. See what they do.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to mimic it, but how do they prepare to get in front of a game? How do they go about their business? You know, when they do something bad, watch them. And that's what I tell them. And it's like, that's what I did. I watched my brother Charlie score almost 2,000 points in basketball. I'm like, God, I want to do that. Yeah, I got 1,200, but you know, like things I wanted my goals were that much higher. And then when it's with your family, your brothers or sisters,
they set the bar.
Oh, the bar is you're going to reach most of the time.
So that's on the competitive professional level. Now, is there any, like if one makes it past a point where the other one did it, does that weigh heavy on the?
No.
I mean, is it?
No, I wanted the best out of all my brothers. To be honest, me and my middle brother, we bumped heads for a couple of years, Jeff. And, it made us better as athletes, but, afterwards it just wasn't, kind of natural. Baseball, we were trying to make it. And, after that, my dad brought us together and he said, let's go. Let's bring everybody together and come back and be stronger.
Should have just rolled out that fucking ping pong table. Get at it, boys.
Settle it there.
Listen, that's how we settle it. But, truth be told, family, you got to stick together.
Yeah, in the end.
Yeah. That's how we're from New Jersey. That's how it is.
Yeah.
Some people don't really understand. People are like, oh yeah, family.
Like those people from Maine. Fuck that.
Yeah, they're like, oh, family. Let's get a bear in the house. Let's get that black
sheep.
Yeah. No, hey, before we go, I got some gifts. Is that all right?
Let's do it.
We were supposed to talk about it earlier, but my first gift, because I was looking on this back wall here in the first couple episodes, we got to put some love up there. So I got one of my game used bats here to Champ and the Tramp, Todd Frazier, best podcast alive.
Hell yeah, baby!
We can
Look
put
at
that up
everybody.
There. That's it. That's what I use in the game. So
is it?
That's real dope.
So don't be taking that off the shelves.
Hell no, baby.
We need a little sponsorship money. How much do you think we get for that on eBay?
Yes, and then I saw you guys had Johnny Walker Black, and now we're gonna do this with class today. We're gonna go with the blue.
We're going with a UFC salary to the MLB salary. That's where we're going here.
We got to do what we got to do. So I made sure that we brought this one around. So
nice, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
No
doubt.
You got to come bearing gifts, man. Let's go. You can see our glasses are empty. So
this was a question actually. I put up on Twitter. I said, give me some questions from my man Todd, and it kind of goes with the topic we're talking about. What do you think? What are the factors why someone may make it to the highest levels and others don't make it to the highest levels? What would you contribute it to?
That's a really good question. You want to pass that down there?
No ice.
Right here in the bucket. For me, determination. Because I think everybody who's played professional sports has come to a crossroad. They're like, hey, I don't know if this is it for me. And I think what makes that guy make it more, not ability, of course, being good at what you do, but if you're gonna make it to that level and you want it that bad, that time when you're like, man, mom, I've heard this guy, mom, this just ain't for me anymore.
Yeah.
All right, baby, come home. Or there's the mom's like, hey, listen, son, you've done this, finish it out. Now for me, I thought about it, I talked to my girlfriend, now wife at the time. And I told Jackie, I said, man, I'm struggling here. This is tough. But, you got a good backbone. She's like, nah, keep going. In my mind, it's like I wanted to, but I was looking for an excuse kind of.
Right,
instead of just mustering up. And, I took off after that, and the rest was history. It was just, I think it's that part where you talk to yourself out of it, or, you talk whoever you need to talk to get over that hill, that time where it's like, all right, I don't think this is for me, but when it really is,
It's that crossroads that
everybody in life,
at some
in
point
general.
in your life you go through. I mean, I should have asked that question because you're a professional.
Right.
Cheers.
You're a professional athlete. I feel like I should have asked that question because you did the same thing in your career.
Give me some, bro.
You did the same thing in your career, Frankie?
Yeah.
And I'm sure you had a lot of crossroads. Probably when you were shoving those tampons up your nose and,
Yeah.
Listen.
Carlos was taking the shit. You were probably on the phone with your girlfriend like, I don't know if this is for me.
God bless.
Yeah, no, to me, it's when you want something so bad. How bad do you want it? That's the difference between the most elite. Some people are just extra gifted.
Sure.
I wasn't that extra gifted guy. I started wrestling 7th grade. I think I won 4 matches. So I had to work to get good at it.
You were the same height as you were in 7th grade. People don't understand. We go way back.
I wrestled 90 pounds in 7th grade.
Oh my gosh!
So I was crushing ass cheeks at 90 pounds years old. 90 pounds.
That's just bone on bone. It's just crazy.
Blue is pretty good, Frazier.
Yeah. Oh man, this is another level right here.
We'll try and save some for next podcast. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, man.
This might be a long one. We might end up at the strip club after this.
No, we won't, Renee. We won't. She listens.
Oh, it's all good, man. No, it's just finding a way to get by. Life, sports, anything you do.
Right. Fake it till you make it.
And that's a big quote in baseball too. Yeah, exactly. Like the first time you're on a plane ride in the big league team, fake it. You don't know, just sit in your seat and don't say nothing. And the first guy, I remember, that's another good story bringing up. The first guy that came to me was Johnny Gomes. Oh my God, Johnny Gomes was one of my favorite baseball players. He took care of me. He said, "Hey, bud," he gave me basically his glass of, I think it was Macallan. He said, "This is for you." I was like, "All right, now I can loosen up a little bit, So
now I'm sure you would do that for an up and comer because
without a doubt.
Think about what an impact that had on you. You know what I mean?
Without a doubt. And and back in the day, that's when you can haze a little better. Now in baseball, there's rules.
Oh, cameras everywhere.
Yeah. Now, I'll bring it. My first time, I had rookie dress up day, they call it. And we're coming back from St. Louis to New York. I'm like, oh man, my stomping grounds. It was decent weather out, but we had to dress up in adult diapers, have a binky in our mouth, and wear our dress shoes with no shirt on. And me, I got no chest as it is. For one, I'm like, oh Jesus Christ, here we go. And I remember I'm on the freaking plane just sucking this binky down.
Wait, you're on the plane with no shirt on
the
adult
plane.
diaper?
No, we walk up to the plane. Well, we get to go in the back.
Right,
people are taking pictures outside the window waiting to go. And I give the guy my ID and they're laughing. So we're on the plane the whole time and people just got their junk. It's just hanging out here. And then we get to New York and they make us walk the last 6 blocks back to the hotel.
No. You fit right in. You fit right in New York, though.
That's in the MLB. That's like college hazing.
That was like 8 years ago, and it was.
That's great.
It was great, man. People are laughing, wanting to take pictures, and when we got back, it was just we had a party, and it was really, really fun, man. I think back, and some guys get scared at that. You got to come up and sing in front of the bus and all that. I didn't mind any of that.
Nah. You got that personality, man. Yeah. That's probably another part of making it is. I feel like you have to have a certain persona too. That just goes with it. You know what
Without
I mean?
a doubt. I told my wife
you can't be a dud.
I tell my wife all the time, like I'm a different person when I'm home.
Yeah.
And I'm a different person in the locker room. She's like, I never want to see that person. I'm like, yeah, it can be fierce, but
that's the only guy we want on this podcast.
Yeah.
That guy.
But you're known for like bringing the locker room together, being a team player, leader in the locker room.
Without a doubt, I like it. I like doing it. You gotta, if you're gonna be a leader, I think one thing you need to do is not have any feelings. Because you might like the guy, but he's gonna need some hard hitting back at him every once in a while.
Yeah, be realness.
Constructive criticism.
Well, especially for you guys. I mean, you're on a team.
Yeah.
A weak link for one of your members is a weak link for you. So. And you kind of want to build everybody up, and you got to hold everybody accountable.
Some guys can take it, and some guys can't. The guys that can take it usually do good, and the guys that can't, they all want to fight. It's a fight.
Yeah.
Like, who you talking to like that? I'm like, dude, listen, calm the hell down here. I'm giving you construction. Run the ball out. Like, who do you think you are? Or, blah blah blah. But I never do it out in front of camera. I make sure I bring them down because that's how they don't get embarrassed. Yeah. Back in the day, they used to take you on a shirt and put you on a hook, and that's the way it was. So,
speaking of fighting, you've been in any bench clearing brawls or?
I've been in a couple.
Have you?
I've been in a couple. They say
you clean shot anybody you want to tell us about?
No. Honestly, I haven't got a punch on anybody, but they always say when you get into a brawl in a Major League Baseball game, get in the middle. Because when you're on the outside, somebody can just nick you from behind. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just like in any other fight.
Yeah.
But we're in the middle of 30 on 30.
Yeah.
So it's like
there's no.
This is street ball here. So the main thing, what I do, I look for who the culprits are. Who the guy's getting after it. Because I want to get over there because nobody else is going to be throwing punches. Right. Basically, if you're looking to get in there, and then you try and push somebody out of the way, and then what I'm looking for is somebody else trying to come in. So that's the persona I'm thinking about.
You're on the defense.
Yeah, on the defense, and then if I got to do it, you got to do it. You
I never got though. Like, all right, the batter gets hit with the pitch. He drops the bat, runs after the pitcher. I'd keep the fucking bat.
No, listen, that you would get suspended a lot more.
I
That's aggravated assault.
But I've seen it where guys get hit. They pick the ball up and chuck it back at the pitcher.
Now that's cool.
That's fair game.
But that's not really fair. You should pick it up and hit it back out of his ass.
Because if you get hit with 95, if you get up and throw it, it's going to be like 75, 80.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, big difference.
But hopefully adrenaline's rushing. But I remember.
You charge him out ever?
I haven't, and I probably should have last year. You know, I chickened out, but I've been in a couple where I was playing with the Yankees. It would have been the third or fourth bench clearing brawl in the game. Like we had 3 in a row, and I'm holding
against who?
The Detroit Tigers, and I'm holding Chapman back. And Aroldis Chapman, another story. I mean, a freak of nature. Guy from Cuba, one of the fastest throwing pitchers in the league, left-hander, closer for the Yankees. He used to box back in the day. There's some guys in baseball where you look at you like, I'm not gonna fuck with this guy here.
Bro, Cuban boxer,
no,
man.
listen,
Shit.
no, he was pretty good. And there's some guys that are just freakishly strong.
Oh my God, I just got a story. When you're talking about fighting,
Yeah.
So I was approached. I don't know why this just popped in my head. I was approached maybe it was in the early days of Jersey Shore, but a guy reached out to me through a manager and wanted me to do celebrity boxing. Guess who he wanted me to fight? I think I told you this.
Yeah,
Bruce Springsteen.
Jose.
Bruce Springsteen.
That's a good one, bro.
Hey, you never know. You said some celebrity.
Jose Canseco.
Oh, no way. You should have did that.
Who you got?
No.
Who you got?
You
better
Who you
pick
got?
me. You better
Who you
pick
got?
me.
Roger Jose.
Can I explain?
Okay. Oh, here goes.
Wait, are we both allowed to be on steroids? Because
That's what it is. If he's on steroids, Canseco. But I got to go. Now Roger take him without a beat. But, dude, why didn't you do
I
that?
get some pretty good steroids too,
Yeah,
bro.
he
Come on.
does. It looks like he might have some good
Listen,
connection.
I don't like to speculate. Hey, you're blown up. Listen, why didn't you do that?
I just didn't think it was a good look for me at the time. Honestly,
When was this again?
this was
During the show?
Yeah, this is probably 7-8 years ago. Yeah.
Oh man, oh god.
He just actually reached out to me about 6 months ago too to see if I would do a fight, and I was like, "Yeah, it's just not."
Oh,
Listen,
come
I'm
on.
a bad loser, bro. If I lost, I
No.
would move to Canada.
No.
So I would
I'll
have,
be in your corner.
yeah. Well, I talked to Frankie about it back at the time, and we were training a little bit. You know what I mean? But it was
been
straight up
great.
boxing, headgear, big heavy gloves and stuff. We were more,
That's cool.
trained,
Hey,
so
I would love. Now, do you box at all or no?
no. A little bit.
I mean, you go to the gym and lift weights. Do you get on a bag?
Not
a
at
little
all.
bit? Yeah.
The little bit that I've thrown
neither.
pads was
Me
with
neither.
Frankie. way
Never
back
threw
in the day.
nothing.
No, not really. No, I've always wanted to get like a practice in, but everybody that said they're like, dude, I'm toast. They'll never do it again. It's tough.
Come on.
Listen.
Yeah, so you like it.
For you
I'll tell
little
what,
guys,
I'll
it's
tell
easy.
you,
You got stamina and energy and all that
bro,
shit.
it's all relative. Your muscle, you got bigger muscles on those bigger bones.
I'm more forearm.
Bigger
More spelt.
tendons and everything.
Yeah.
You know? So come on, right?
Whatever. It works.
You are. We
You
were
know,
just-
honestly, I trained a couple baseball players when I used to do that class, and I feel like baseball players they use their hips really well from throwing and pitching.
Yeah, for me. Oh Jesus. I got bad hips.
He's got
It's
three.
terrible.
Bad
He's got
Yeah.
3 babies. He uses those hips good.
Jackie, watch out. No, but it's you got to work everything, man. I don't know how you do it. I remember trying to train with you one time, Frankie. I was like, no, that's it. I asked for a water break. And then he's like, what do you mean, water break? I'm like, dude, every 5 minutes I need a sip of water. What are you talking about? You guys don't do that? No.
So someone also asked me, like, how do you keep your focus on it? How many games in a season?
162 games,
162 games.
about 40 spring training games too. So say I play half of that. So it's probably around 185, 190.
So 185 games. Like for me, I got to get up. You know, I have a long camp. You know, 2-month camp or 2-month camp. Peak for a fight. I fight, and then I kind of can stop thinking about fighting for a little bit.
Yeah.
Where you're locked in for months.
Mm-hmm.
How does that work?
Yeah. So for me,
Because I mean, like like is every game? Are you like for me? Like that fight is so important to me.
yeah.
You know, because there's only one of them.
Yeah.
Like you got
Yeah,
fucking
well,
hundreds. So you're like,
Yeah.
all right, I got to do good, I guess.
I'm
you know?
0 for 3 today, so who cares who wins? No, I mean, you try to. I mean, I'd be lying to you if I was like, oh man, you're at 100%.
Right? Yeah.
Every
it's impossible.
game, your mind's there. I mean, yeah, it's there, you know. But
You checking your Twitter out there on the field?
hey, listen, I got a Fitbit on. I got the whole 9. No, for me, it's it's tough. It's real tough. It's 162 games. You got back. And so say we have I had a game in New York. We had to fly to California. We got a game next day. You know, for New York, it's always at night games because their TV always wants the games.
Right.
So we're not getting into California until like 4:35 in the morning. Got to be at the field 1:30. I mean, how much sleep are you getting?
Yeah.
Right? So there's advantages, disadvantages, but yeah, man, it's just a matter of getting as much sleep as possible. And it's tough. After a game, I'm gonna wind it up, and I want to hang out and watch TV or watch a movie. Next thing you know, it's 3 in the morning. I'm like, oh shit,
I gotta get up in a little bit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you eat late breakfasts at like 12, 1 o'clock. It just it's finding. You just find a way, man, because it's such a long damn season.
Yeah. And how's the travel? It's just kind of
long,
constant.
Yeah, I mean,
you guys do like road trips, right? You'll be on the road and then you'll be home for a little bit.
Yeah,
and on the road again, and home for a little bit.
I think. Do most of the wives? I mean, are they? Does marriages last long in Major League Baseball?
That's a good question.
Because you guys do travel so much. I'm sure. I mean, not for you, because I know you're a loyal man, but I'm sure temptation is there. Obviously,
100%.
You know, you're a professional athlete. Mm-hmm. Plus, you're just on the road and away from your family so much. You have, and I'm not just kissing your ass, Jackie. I personally know you, so you got to ride or die, bro. She's a good girl, but is with other guys that you actually are in the MLB with, is divorce a high rate? Is it because of the pressure?
Funny you say that. This year, guy can't. He got released 3 years ago. Now he's getting divorced. Some guys can't handle being home 12, all year. It's 365 days.
Because he got released, he got home, got divorced.
Listen, you get, before you even get drafted, say you're in college, you're away from, you're not living at home. Mm-hmm. So that's what I got in 2004. So since 2004, I haven't had a summer since, probably longer than that. In high school, forget high school. So 2004, what's that, 16 years now, I haven't seen like a full summer. I've been home for the All-Star break for like 2 days. I go to the beach, I get a pie, play some boardwalk games. But, I haven't had a full summer in 16 years at the Jersey Shore, which is an awesome place to be,
I agree.
But, it's... So
what's the mentality there? What's your mindset? Make your money when you're a young man and enjoy your later years in life, like when you're my age, for example?
Yeah, well, I'm hoping to do this when you're age and not have to worry about anything else after that. No, but... Yeah, you try and make as much money as possible, and they say it's a fun game. It is. It's a great game, but it also helps your family out. Yeah, it also helps your kids' kids. Hopefully.
Speaking of your kids, your little man has got some real talent over there, man.
He's a beast.
He does.
He's
gonna go places if he stays on that track, and I'm sure he will.
He just it was one of those things like I was in my mind. I'm like, I got to teach him to throw left-handed, hit left-handed. It's like, that's the first thing I'm gonna do. I get home, he's on the tee hitting lefty already at age 2.5.
That's awesome.
And he's throwing righty. I'm like, this is the best combination ever. So right-handed thrower at third base, hitting lefty, hitting pop. Yeah, he's got this 7.
So he hits lefty naturally?
Yeah, natural left-hander. I tried right-handed. It's terrible.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's I got the best of both worlds.
That's actually another question. No, question that I had for you. Like, because I have my son wrestles.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We're kind of in the spotlight.
Sure.
You think Blake or Santino, they're going to have extra pressure on them just being our kids,
If we're still around here, for sure. Listen, I'm going to coach my kid and everything, too, because, nowadays, these coaches out here, we know more now. And I think even in your sport, probably, you know a lot more in wrestling now than you did when you wrestled. You were good, and you did great, but I'm sure there's because baseball, it's all analytical stuff, all computers and percentages, and, how's your son supposed to train? You know that. You don't want anybody else telling your son how to train.
Right.
Unless he gets to college or whatever. But, you're not going to tell my son how to hit when it's totally wrong. And these coaches, some of them are just downright lazy now. It's like, oh, man, I had to coach because I'm coaching. Here, take the ball and throw it.
Right.
No, teach these kids how they taught us. The older kids would teach us. You know how it was? This is how it's supposed to be done.
Actually, Todd, I know, and I'm the only non-professional athlete in this room, so I have no idea. I get up, you guys get up and go make millions. I go punch the time clock. But
how do you feel to just the whole new generation? We're like, every kid gets a medal.
Getting soft. I was going to ask you.
No, I don't.
America's getting soft, man.
And I was talking about that last night with my buddy, too. That's funny. That, if they get a participation trophy and say, son, here, garbage.
I'm not doing
that.
How do you raise a thoroughbred with that mentality? You don't. You don't get a ribbon for 11th place.
The failures make you want it more.
Exactly. Here's my problem right now with the society with the kids. Not to change subjects, but they don't. When we were back in the day, we'd go to Al's Pizza or whatever, whatever it is. Hey, listen. My dad would be like, all right, you guys are being crazy. Go outside, play football. The ball's in the car. So you go outside and play. We were out there for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Well, they're drinking, having a good time, and then they come back and save dinner. So these kids, you can't do that anymore.
No.
The street smarts on these youngsters are just not there. And that's what I'm trying to teach my son. Go walk to the neighbor's house and come back, and I don't want to have to look. I don't want to have to look out my door.
Dude,
but you have to.
We moved in this neighborhood. I give my kids free reign. I mean,
that's
my
how it
boys
should be.
They ride their bike everywhere. They're at Skyview all the time. I'm like, dude, I did it when I was young. Why can't they do it?
Yes, that one time where that cuckoo bird.
I know, but you hear about this all the time.
Yeah,
and it's true. You don't want to be the guy that it happens to. But when has anybody got taken in Tom's River?
No,
ever since we've been here. Nobody ever.
No,
you know what I mean. So it's like, are you gonna base on all the social media stuff and this and that? We hear everything.
They're all on the phones.
Yeah,
man. It's nuts.
Well, you tend to hear the worst of the worst stories too.
I heard somebody, and again, I'm going to give you a bunch of half knowledge here, but the more responsibilities you give your kid, the better for them. Yeah. That the more that you coddle them, the more likely they are to get taken advantage of.
Yeah, I totally believe that. Totally,
100%.
But yeah, back to like you said, why do pro athletes end up having kids that are pro athletes? It's obviously genes do help,
of course,
but it's know-how more than anything.
Without
it's like we've done it, we know how to do it, we know the right process, we know the right people, and that's a big. That's probably the biggest part.
It's huge. You have your advantage. My son doesn't get it. He comes in a clubhouse in New York, and Robinson Cano gives him a high five. He's like, "Hey, Robbie, what's up?" We were with the Reds. Joey Votto, and I remember Pete Rose coming in. He met Pete Rose, Reggie Jackson when he with the Reds, and with the Reggie came up. Reggie talked to him for 15 minutes.
That's awesome.
And he's eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I got him from the cook. He didn't want anything. We got the best spreads in the world. I said, Blake, look at this chicken. Look at this steak. He goes, Dad, I want peanut butter and jelly. I said, nuts or no nuts, bud. Creamy.
That's great.
Every time, bro. And then he gets it. He's like, Dad, this doesn't look good. They got any hard-boiled eggs? I'm like, what the?
Dude,
I'm like, what is wrong with you? What are you thinking right now? Sit down. And Reggie Jackson talked to him for 15 minutes.
That's awesome.
While I'm eating my freaking steak, cooked to perfection, broccolini. I mean, you name it.
Wait, where's this?
In the clubhouse. We have our own chefs.
Wait, what? During games?
Before, during, after. The whole time we're there.
You could eat in between innings?
Oh, without a doubt.
What?
If you're hungry, they're not going to cook you like a burger and fry. No, listen. They got healthy stuff.
Yeah,
in.
Okay,
okay. I come right in there, man. I'm grabbing whatever I can get. I think when New York, they always yell at me because I was eating candy. Like I must have had, I think I had like 5 Reese's in between.
I was gonna say I've gone to eat with you before. You eat like shit. I'm like, you're a professional athlete.
Listen. No, I do.
He's a baseball player, ladies and gentlemen.
I think
eating mozzarella sticks.
I'm such a corny, bro. I love the freaking hot dogs, hamburgers, sticks. I mean, we can get them. Me and my wife, we don't eat right.
Really?
And we're like straight.
Your wife does. No, you don't.
No, listen.
She's this big.
I know. We're straight and out. Like we don't. We'll just get the normal stuff. We're just like steak and potatoes.
Chicken fingers.
Yeah, but it's all bad. Like my wife doesn't gain a damn pound. It's unbelievable.
Man. Good for you, man. I'm not hating.
No, but I go back. I can just go back to my kid though, and then he meets Pete Rose and just talking to him and just like, yeah, you know who that was? He's like, yeah, but I'm still hungry. I'm like, oh, okay.
They don't care.
Right.
They don't care.
They say the craziest shit. I'm like, take a picture with him. He's like, Dad, do I have to? I'm like, get in the freaking picture.
And then when he knows, one day he'll be like, holy shit.
I hope he just says thanks, Dad. That's all I want. Right. Thanks, Dad.
You don't have perspective at that age. You do. It's just a guy to him. You know what I mean?
It's unbelievable. He walks in the coach's office. Hey, what's the lineup going to be today? I'm like, oh, Jesus, here we go. And they love it.
He does.
Oh, yeah. He's like, where's my dad hitting today? He goes, he went to Mickey Callaway one time. I'm like, oh, my God, this is awesome. Because I've always wanted that, playing the big leagues and have my son be around.
Yeah.
And now he's understanding it a little bit. And
he plays now, right?
Yeah, like he cried once he knew I was with the Rangers. I said, what are you crying about, bud? This is my 5th team. You've been around. He's like, I'll never see Robinson Cano again. I'm like, oh, man, you'll see him, He's sensitive, too. He knows all their stances. Like, give him 2 months into
that's amazing.
Give him 2 months into all the Rangers stances.
He's into baseball.
Oh, he's into it.
Is that his sport more than football?
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah. So there's a picture of you with Jeter when you were probably a little older than your son. I guess it was right around the time you won the Little League championships.
Yeah.
And then I saw there was an after picture years later. I think you were the Reds.
It was crazy.
And there's a picture. That was
what
did that mean to you? Because that would be put in perspective what your son thinks of it.
That meant a lot because everybody was a Jeter fan growing up, man. I was 12 years old. We went to the stadium. I was next to him. And then, lo and behold, his last All-Star game was my first. I made the first All-Star game in 2014 in Minnesota. And I went up to him like, hey, you see they're blowing this thing up all the time by me? And he goes, yeah, it's unbelievable. I said, let's take one for good measure. So we took another one, and we blew it up. Lo and behold, he didn't know I wanted to put that on my wall, and I got it. He's so gracious, bro. He signed a jersey, all-star jersey for me. He signed a picture.
I heard a story about Jeter. I'm sure everyone heard this story.
Jesus,
God. This is going to be about gerbils up his ass?
Jose Canseco coming out of
No. I heard Jeter's a pimp. Right, he messed with lots of ladies during his time. Right,
there's a lot of unwritten rule stories I've heard.
Right,
about. I think I know what you're gonna say too.
So supposedly,
I can't wait to hear.
Supposedly, he had a lady friend over, right, and he I guess they do whatever. Then he sends them home in a car, and his butler or whatever gives them a package. It's like a gift bag. It's like a gift bag, and it has a signed Jeter ball in it. And the reason the girl knows, and the reason that people know about it, is because the same girl got it twice. So she came back. Hey, he didn't know this is the second time he got this one. So she got a signed ball twice.
A signed Jeter ball and a morning after pill.
Hey, Todd, I know you give us a signed bat, but we ain't fucking, bro.
Listen, I got no comment on that one. Jeter's my dog. I can't say nothing bad about him. But you're unbelievable.
Hey, that's pimp. That's pimp as hell. Hey, he wasn't married or nothing. Come on, that was nice. Hey, you got a signed ball.
Listen, his
field. It's not a bad thing.
They put a thing in like Sports Illustrated, the field of girls that they supposedly was in a relationship with. Pretty good field.
Pretty good portfolio.
Oh, Derek Jeter, man, he's the boss. Man.
He is, man.
There's so many of those stories that oh my God, I wish I could dive into.
Didn't Wilt Chamberlain kind of set the precedence for that though?
What was it, like 20 or 30,000?
Like in the tens of thousands.
It's something calculated. I calculated with my buddy. He must have had sex with like 11.5 girls at the
did you see the one guy, the one rapper said he has sex with thousands of women or something like that? That means you're having sex every 10 minutes.
If a girl touches you, you're going to count it. Come on.
Yeah.
No, that can't happen. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. That's a lot of people.
It's a lot.
I mean, there was some pin with the big wool jackets they wore, those fur jackets. Remember back in the oh man. I wish we can go back then. I would love to wear the clothes they wear.
You end up like Magic Johnson.
Oh God!
Here we go.
I don't even think Magic Johnson has AIDS because he's still alive.
No, bro, he don't got AIDS.
No.
I don't. Somebody said, listen, I don't know anybody besides Magic Johnson, and he's not dead.
Who's lived?
I don't know anybody with AIDS.
Who's lived?
Have you ever met anybody with AIDS? I don't want to say. Obviously, it's real.
First of all,
it's real. But I've never met anybody with AIDS. I don't know anybody with AIDS.
Real quick.
I'm just saying.
I don't either.
Let's make the distinction: he doesn't have AIDS. He has HIV, right? You can live a long time.
Okay, yes. HIV. We bring this up again. The AIDS, HIV. Listen, I don't want neither fucking one of them. All right, AIDS, HIV. I don't give a fuck how you say it. I don't want it.
There's a difference.
You guys are crazy, man.
Someone said this to me. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Ready? Like, if you leave it in too long, that's how you get AIDS. All right, so here, try to catch my hand.
Oh God!
Try to catch my hand. Okay.
Just catch
like this.
Yeah.
Try to catch my hand. Try to catch my hand. See, if I'm fast, you ain't gonna catch it. If I leave it in too long, I'm fucked.
I'll tell you what. Okay. I'm taking that one and I'm using
good.
It with the boys.
That was good.
I like that.
I didn't know where he was going with that.
I had no idea.
He couldn't catch it then, so you're not gonna catch it.
Not gonna catch it.
Oh Jesus, that's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
All right, back to baseball.
I love it.
No,
hey, baseball's
this
my
whole
thing.
Astros scandal.
Oh yeah, oh my
because
God.
I got a lot of questions on that.
Mm-hmm.
People call them the Astros.
Yeah.
Right?
Dude, you see the memes and gifs they were putting on about them. There was some little, those GIF videos.
Yeah,
oh
sure.
my God, they were crushing them. Some were hysterical.
But what now? What explain exactly what they did?
Yeah, real simple. Pete Rose has banned baseball from gambling on it. Yeah. And now sign stealing has been going on since baseball first started.
As a third baseman, right?
No.
Is sign stealing big?
No, I'll explain it.
Okay.
I'll explain it because there's a whole bunch of things you can do. But the main one basically is when there's a runner on second base. When I'm on second base, I'm looking at the catcher. I want to see what signs he's going to put down. And they put 5 or 6 down usually. So they 1, 3, whatever it is. And you try and see the pattern, what they're doing. So if you could get the pattern, say it's like a 1-2 count, you're like, oh, I got it. So basically you come up with the team and, before the game, it's like, hey, if I got the signs, I'm going to look out the outfield and rub my helmet. But this has been going on for years. This it's called cheating, but it's not. It's that like inside the game.
Right.
If it's outside the game, it's different. So I got the signs. I'll rub my head and I'll put one arm down as I'm stepping off the bag. If I put two arms in between my legs, it's an off-speed pitch. One arm is a fastball. You know, you want to give location. Like there's tens of hundreds of things you can do. If you want to give location, you lean a little bit to the right, saying it's going to be inside.
That's to the batter. You're giving it to the batter. Right.
And that's the people the fans don't understand. Like now the fans are going to be watching that runner on second base a lot more.
Right.
And now, but what the Astros did, and the pitchers, the catcher comes out, they switch the signs, and it's all good and it's all fair game. But what the Astros did, they had a camera in the outfield zoomed in on the catcher signs. And they had all these analytical guys, real smart guys that would figure it out in two pitches. Then they'd relay it to one of the guys in the dugout. And
he was signing to someone on the field.
Yeah, no, he would bang a garbage can. That's how crazy it got.
No.
All you hear, and you see the videos, all you hear is doof, 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 fastball.
Bro, I've been banging garbage cans for 20 years.
Listen, if it was that loud, they're real good. No, but then the next pitch, silence. It was an off-speed pitch, curveball changeup, something slower. Then 2 pitches later, boom, boom.
Right, can I call you out?
What do you got?
That home run you hit in 1998. Didn't you look back and read?
Dude, you were looking up my shit, weren't you? Oh man, listen, Mike Gaynor, I love you to death. Our manager, he told us for the game, if you can see the sign, look back. And no, I guess we're innocent. We're 12 years old. We're only kids. We're only kids, man.
Hey,
come on.
An adult told you to do it, and you just.
That's back when you were Todd the Toad.
Listen,
I read that
too.
Todd.
Hey, listen, I would always go on the road. They called me Todd the Toad to get off the road at Barcelona Drive. Oh, it was the best. I just ran into the road. No, but they would bang Astros. They would bang the garbage cans, and now what they're saying was that some of the guys had like electronical buzzers inside their jerseys.
What?
All speculation. They're going to look into it, and they would buzz it if they felt the buzzer was a certain pitch. If they didn't feel it, it was a different.
Is this sort of like inflate gate though? I mean, like
that's
how
do you feel about it?
The Patriots were so good they were going to win anyway.
No.
I want. How do you feel about it? How do you feel as a player? As a player,
I think they got what they did.
Is that cheating? That's cheating.
That's cheating.
Right? That's
cheating. Yeah. If you're going to give a sign in the game and you're on second base and you're making the signs easy, that's your own fault.
Right.
Guy clips you, hits a home run.
I mean, that's at least that's people within the game.
Yes.
Like 2 teammates working.
100%.
Well, you have the coaches and people outside and camovers. That's
100%,
cheating, dude.
100%. And it's just
it
makes it it hurts. The cameras too. You're using electronics to get an advantage. That's not cool, man. And they got there what they deserve basically. Because I was with the Yankees at the time. They beat us in 7 games.
Yeah.
And that's when it first started.
Wow.
And I think back of some of the guys that hit the home run.
That's what someone said on the Twitter. It's like, how does he feel getting robbed of a World Series?
You look back. It's frustrating now because that might be my only chance to make it to the World Series. I'm not saying it will be. But
let's go Rangers,
yeah,
baby.
let's go, baby. We got a good squad.
You truly think that had that much of an effect?
100%. If you know what's coming and you're a professional major league hitter,
you can hit it.
You're going to square the ball up. I'm not saying you're going to hit a home run, but you're going to hit a line drive. So you're going to hit it hard somewhere, and when you hit it hard, it's harder to field the ball or catch it.
Bro, if someone could bang on the side of the octagon and be like, all right, he's shooting a double leg. Well,
happens.
That helped me out a lot.
But you're 100% sure he's going to do that.
That'll help me out a lot.
You're 100% sure he's going to throw that right hand.
Yeah.
And all you got to do is duck and bing him with the left. I mean, at the end of the day, I want to know what's coming.
Let's talk about that for a minute. About Frankie's fight career a little bit. I think your first UFC fight ever that you went to live, you went to with us, right?
Yes.
In Newark?
Yes, we did. We had a good time.
We went to your Newark fight. You fought. Who the fuck did he fight?
You won. You got nicked up in Madison Square Garden. In one
round.
round.
Yes, you're right. We were.
He knocked you down in the beginning, and then you're like.
He knocked me down. He rocked me, but I took him down, almost submitted him.
I must have had a bad view then. My bad.
He definitely rocked me.
Roger's arms were my way.
He actually caught me with a kick, kind of like the kick Connor caught Cowboy with. You didn't see the fight.
No.
You know the outcome, obviously.
Yes, I saw the highlights afterwards.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Pretty crazy. I mean, I thought Connor was going to win. 40 seconds with a head kick. No, I wouldn't have called that.
See, that's
the shoulder bumps were the most.
I don't know. They were talking about the shoulder bumps. They weren't that significant. I don't know. I mean, Cowboy said they were, but
listen, he's so wide up here.
Who?
McGregor. I feel like his upper body, he's just like, it's like
He's got big lats, maybe.
Yeah, he's a
gorilla.
bit. Yeah. He's like he's pissed off. Like, I don't tell him about his lats. And
Bro, you don't like my lats? You don't like my lats, bro?
Hey,
Just let him be.
hey,
his feelings for a minute.
Rod, you got up a little bit. We're gonna have to rewind that one and show him. He got upset. I know you're a big dog for a little guy. It's good. Let me ask you a question while we're at it. I've been thinking about this one, like, because I love you. You know that. Like, when you're fighting, you know, how many fights have you been in? 20, 25? Like, just in the UFC?
Like UFC fights?
Yeah.
The third. Well, in the UFC, I've been in 26.
Okay.
But I have 31 fights.
Like, do you ever think down the road, the way you get hit in the head, like, you might, you know, could screw your brain up a little bit, honestly?
I mean,
we talked about
it. Yeah, I don't. I feel like I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't think I've been hit. I mean, I've been rocked a couple times.
Because I've seen a lot of your fights where you get nicked up, honestly.
Yeah.
But you always win them, but still, like, they're getting you too.
Yeah, no, for sure, man.
Truthfully.
I'll be honest.
Why do you think he's got a podcast now?
Yeah. I'll be honest. I had probably like 5 legit concussions before I even fought.
Oh, man.
Before I even got in fighting. When I was a kid. And I had 3 that put me in the hospital before I was like 10, and then probably a couple like, you know, throughout the years, and then obviously I've had a bunch while fighting. But I mean, I'm still coherent. I still feel good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do. You know, you see the Aaron Hernandez documentary.
I haven't seen. I've been waiting to watch.
You gotta watch
it.
It's great.
You
gotta watch it, man. And watch Don't Fuck with Cats, another great one. Aaron Hernandez is more on the professional athlete.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. But I thought you were talking about like real cats or something.
No,
like,
it is. Yeah. It's
you gotta watch. It's fucked up.
Good.
It's fucked up.
It's called Don't Fuck with Cats. Watch the Aaron Hernandez one first.
Whatever works.
Yeah.
Watch it.
But with the whole CTE, you know, you're obviously hearing it in all sports. You know what's funny? You know Lou Gehrig?
Oh yeah.
Right. You know they said he died. He ALS.
Yeah.
ALS is supposedly
Lou
really.
Gehrig's disease,
They say ALS is really connected to get head trauma, and they said I read something up, or they said he left many games where he got hit in the head with a pitch.
Dude, back in the day, they didn't have helmets, bro. They were getting, and these guys were throwing any which way.
Let's couple questions for both you guys. Let's back it up a little bit, because we did talk a lot about CTE. Not that this was what happened, but you said you had 5 concussions prior to even your fight career. You used to be a bit of a street brawler, man. A lot of people don't know that. You ever get chipped up in the street, like a solid, you know?
No, actually, no. One concussion when I was a kid. I was supposed to be wrestling in the dunes at Island Beach State Park.
Oh man!
And this kid kicked me in the head.
Oh, boy.
He kicked me in the head, and that was one of my concussions I got.
Right. Listen,
but other than that, no.
We had a good back and forth in here the other day. I want to kick this one over to you.
Yeah, let it go.
I'm not a diehard baseball guy. I'll admit I don't know a lot about baseball, but you know, I love you, obviously. We're friends. We go back. I wanted to hit you with more of the personal side of it and the family aspect. But
I love that.
We had a good conversation here the other day about losing our virginity. You want to weigh in on that? You want to talk about losing your virginity?
Let's hear this.
I don't know if my story can stop his story.
His was good, man. His was good.
He told me that a while ago, man. I tell you what, I couldn't stop laughing. Cheers to that, man. Cheers to that one.
Hey,
God bless you.
I earned that one.
Ah, man. So this is great. I don't know if I should count the one I first did, because it was.
What do you mean your virginity's once? Your virginity's once.
No,
what the fuck do you mean?
You
stuck it in halfway.
He was like this.
So basically, the first time was the real one. I can't. The first.
Well, why was it like a relative? That doesn't count.
It's awkward as hell. No, but for
you ever banged a mom from one of those host families when you were in the minors?
They're all. That's terrible, bro. That's terrible. This is great.
I don't care if it's terrible. Was the answer yes?
No. I was with my wife.
You would have been known as the dong father.
Listen, we'll stick with the Todd father. So the first time, basically, I remember we had a party over at. Close to Island Heights.
No, don't incriminate yourself here, okay?
No,
just letting you know.
No, we basically, we knew it was going to happen. I was 16. We knew it was going to happen. I couldn't wait for the night to be over, and I can't make this up. The girl owned pigs, like big fat pigs.
Wait. The girl owned pigs?
No, listen.
The Tom's River girl?
No, listen. She had pigs living in the house.
What?
Oh, I can't. No, listen.
What?
No, listen.
In the house.
I swear to God, she had to lock them up in the door.
They're not the most sanitary
So they're about
animals.
they're big too. Now listen, I remember like everybody knew like me and this girl were supposed to hook up, and nobody gave up the room.
It's not what everybody was saying.
No.
Everybody thought you were hooking up with a pig.
Listen.
Nobody thought you were.
Listen. So the only room we had to ourselves was where the pigs were staying. So we basically, I had my first real sexual experience was with 2 big pigs.
In there?
In the room.
There? Oh, man.
How dim were the lights? Are you sure
No.
it was the girls? Do you ever feel weird buying bacon now?
I love bacon even more now. Oh, listen,
That salty bacon.
So it was, it was it. Bang, and then that was. We went to bed, and I was like, "What?" I couldn't even sleep.
Wait a minute. Wait. I gotta back you up there. The only room to bang her in was a room full of pigs. But then you went
2
to
of 'em.
a bed. Where do you? If there's a bed,
Yeah.
Hold on.
fucking her in
No,
the bed?
there was a
Workout.
bed in there. There was a bed. It was somebody's room where they would sleep with the pigs next. So
Like, was this
I
like an
can't make it
outhouse,
up.
like an outdoor
No,
house?
it was a regular house. It was.
This is in Tom's River?
It was in Tom's River.
Oh, my.
What was it? 2002, I think.
2002.
Yeah. What was? Let me. No. How old was I? I was 16 years old, man. That was 16 years ago.
Wow.
Damn.
2004.
2004? Jeez.
I'm telling you, it is what it is. But they had 2 monster pet pigs. No, it wasn't like baby, babe.
Potbellies, yeah.
No, it was like the size of this table big.
Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know if I topped him, but they were just.
I mean, dude, that's
they were,
pretty.
They were everywhere.
No, I think
bro.
both you.
Roger
both
had
your stories
banged a
people-
pig for his first
I
one,
did,
and you had pigs as audience.
Unbelievable.
You had a
I'm
Unbelievable.
cheering
just joking.
squad.
I'm just joking. Roger.
No, see,
Roger-
listen,
hey, Roger's
you
a
didn't,
handsome.
you didn't offend me. But,
Hey,
I
listen,
know. I don't even know the lady. You
Listen.
didn't really.
Listen, he's a handsome dude. I mean, you talked about it. He's, what is he, 85, 89%,
Oh, here he
whatever it
comes.
is. I listen, I watch it. That's
They just-
unbelievable.
We don't know if they're 89% real female or they identify as female.
Oh,
So
okay.
we don't-
it's true.
It's good. Listen, your comebacks on Twitter are hysterical, but
they're
I
great.
try and be like you when I come back at a guy and it just doesn't
I'm
sound
just
the same.
I refuse to actually take it personal.
Yeah.
And like way back in with like the haterade they're coming. I'm just a fucking smart ass.
Oh man,
I just
Now
hit
your
him with
money
it.
with
Man,
it.
but
Money with
but
it.
but you can like I can't be like F you, the things you say are hysterical.
I got a lot of time, man. You're working a professional career over there, so
Maybe afterwards, but oh god, that's hysterical. What are you gonna do?
So spring training, you have to leave for that soon, right?
Yeah. Still trying to find a house in Arizona, so that's the fun part.
So where was the Mets spring training? Was it Florida?
Port St. Lucie, Florida. It was great. My parents have a house 20 minutes south, so it worked out well.
when you
Real
say
well.
house, you rent, you buy a house, you
Yeah,
flip
you
it
rent
when you're done.
You rent.
or
Like
rent?
there's some people that know when the organization's coming down and they won't be there, and they help us out, so it's good. But I had a nice place, nice pool, nice closed indoor pool.
Florida, you're talking about.
Florida. Yeah, and my family comes down for a month, so they'll come down for a month this year again, and we're looking for a nice, same thing, fully furnished place, so we don't have to worry about furniture and all that crap.
I
And,
got a question for both of you boys. If you, from a normal working class union guy over here, if you didn't fall into the career that, well, I think I know your answer. I think you're going to say a plumber, but if you didn't fall into the career that you have as a professional athlete, both of you, what do you think you do? What would be the?
yeah,
If you had an injury, let's say.
yeah.
if you had
that I couldn't play ever again. For me,
no, before it even took off. You're a young
okay.
man, graduate Rutgers.
yeah.
What was your major in Rutgers?
It's communications. I want to be something with special needs, like maybe a teacher.
Yeah, I like that.
Or make my own organization, something like that. I'm helping with the, Tom River Field of Dreams right now.
Yeah,
man.
that's awesome.
I put a
Yeah,
lot of money into that, and it's going to get kick-started. It looks like in June. There's no set date, but now they have enough money to get things going for all the special needs kids.
Well, Frazier Field's right in my backyard, buddy.
Yeah.
I had to move. I got divorced, so
Oh.
I had to move back to my old house.
You got divorced.
I don't know if you heard, but
No. Oh, my God. I guess that's what the blues for.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, sorry to hear that.
But your
Yes.
baseball field's right in my
Oh,
backyard.
okay. You're
bro.
right back there.
I'm
Nice.
right back there. Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful. You got my boy Jesse over there. I love him.
Jesse.
Jesse Holt. Love him.
No, Jesse Holt's down in Lacey.
Oh, he doesn't
Yeah,
live over
no,
there?
no,
Oh,
he's in
okay.
Lacey. Yeah,
All right.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
you're with him all the time.
Yeah. I love Jesse.
He's the
Jesse's
best.
good people. We're gonna have him on. We're gonna have him talk about his charity.
Well,
He does
no.
just like you.
Yeah.
Kick it back to the community. He does too. He did a tour and he did almost a year over there in
Unbelievable.
Iraq. He got blown up in a Humvee, so he's fully disabled vet now. But he just started a charity last year. Takes disabled vets skydiving. So we're gonna have him on and talk about that. Yeah.
Imagine that, man. Just Oh,
He's
God.
wild, bro.
Oh, he is.
Mm-hmm. He's into some weird shit. I picked him up. We did a boys trip about a month ago. I picked him up at his house. We, carpooled down together to AC Airport, and I'm honking the horn. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm fucking honking. I'm like, where is it? Bro, he's doing naked yoga in his fucking house.
Hey.
Doesn't even hear me honking the horn. He's buck naked inside his house, sweating his ball. He's doing like that hot yoga. Naked.
But turn the heat on or something?
Different beasts, those guys.
Yeah, he's got like a little portable heater in front. Puts up in front of him. Yeah.
They must have some.
You walked in on that?
No. I'm honking the horn. But he came out all sweaty. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? We gotta go. And he's like, bro, sorry, I was doing yoga and I just got, I guess you fucking lost track of time.
You ever hear
cunnilingus?
No, I was thinking of cunnilingus, but no, it's a type of yoga. It's a type of yoga where you do it and you hallucinate.
Oh, he's done it, bro.
Hallucinate.
Yeah, you supposedly crazy hallucinations.
So listen, I just had a fucking crazy idea. I want to do this. I want Frazier in on this.
Sure.
Oh,
so
shit.
I don't do much for drugs. I mean, I've certainly experimented in my life, but Frankie's got some good expertise on hallucinogenics, like not. Really? Yeah, like on all natural stuff. Like,
okay.
What is the DD? What is that one called?
DDP.
DDP. Never done DDP?
That was DMT.
DMT.
Or dynamite. It's
but they go out and they get a tent and they go out in a field in the middle of nowhere and we got to do this, Todd. I want to do this. I want this experience.
I'll do it. I'm just.
You would do it?
Whatever you do some weird shit.
It's like all natural shit. It's like shit from the earth.
You better get your brain checked out. Jesus Christ.
I'm trying to keep the brain firing right. That's why I'm trying all these things.
Listen, got to check the wonders of the world. I'm going to Grand Canyon this year, man. I can't wait.
Grand Canyon? I want to go. I have not been. Have you been?
I'm one of those guys. No, I haven't.
One of the best trips I ever did, man.
Really?
Yeah. Listen,
who'd you go with?
Jenny. My divorce got a little crazy, a lot of bad things, but one of my best memories of being married to Jenny was we rented a private helicopter, just her and I.
Wow.
They packed a lunch for us and the whole 9 yards. We landed in the bottom of the Grand Canyon. The helicopter pilot walked off out of sight, and we had a lunch and shit in the bottom of the Grand Canyon. We landed.
Cool.
Wow.
We landed in a Indian reservation in the bottom of the Grand Canyon and probably had like an hour down there. Just her and I.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it was.
Are you going with Jackie?
Yeah. I think.
No, because Arizona's right there, right?
Yeah, it's like a 3-hour drive.
I hope yours works out better than ours.
I gotta go because Vegas.
I'm not going anymore now.
I don't think Vegas is too far.
I think Grand Canyon is the bad thing. No, Vegas is like 4 hours too.
Yeah,
4 or 5 hours.
I gotta make a trip and do it.
Listen, we got to make some kind of trip. All the guys, man.
That'd be dope. I'm down.
Next off season or something. That'd be great.
I'm in.
Yeah, we got some hookups over there, so it'll be fun. It's.
We ain't doing shit. we're going to Wawa.
Yeah. We're drinking the Restless Blue. That's probably what we're doing.
This is the only guys night we're gonna get for a while, right? So
no, this is great.
The best of it.
This is great.
Yeah, but you asked me the same question.
Yeah.
I was a plumber, so
for your dad,
right? Yep. But I was a political science major.
Were you
in
really?
College? Yeah, believe it or not. Well, the reason I was political science, I think I was undecided, and then one semester I had a pre-law or some law class that was just part of an elective, and the teacher was cool as hell.
Yeah.
Telling me how to get out of trouble and this and that, and I'm like, dude, I think I want to be a lawyer.
Yeah.
Because he was a lawyer. I'm like, I think I want to be a lawyer.
Man.
So I was like, well, I'll do political science. They didn't have like pre-law. I'll do political science. I figured that was close enough thing. Did that, and then they were like, "Oh, you got to do 3 more years of college after this." So I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna do this.
If you're not playing the sport, you're like, that's it. No more. No more.
My old man had a plumbing company, so I got in the union, did that. But I mean, I really was doing it just because I thought I wanted to. My dad was pretty successful with owning the plumbing company. I thought it was a good way to make money and do this. I bought the condo, and so I needed to provide for myself.
Sure.
But now, like looking back now, I think I'd be a fireman.
Yeah.
Marky Lee. Marky Lee's a fireman in Jersey
yes.
City. And
represent, baby.
I just think that, their schedule's great.
Yep.
I mean, that,
it is, but
but they're running into a fucking burning building. So I think they're like I'm down with cops too, obviously. Mm-hmm. Cops get a bad rap. Firemen, they just get the praise. They don't get the bad rap ever. That's why I think I pick a fireman.
It's open season on cops right now. It really is, but yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah, I know a lot of firemen too, man.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. Like, it just... Yeah, you say the schedule's good, but it's still that one.
No,
all you need
course,
is that one time,
of course,
bro.
yeah.
It's nuts.
But I just feel like the whole camaraderie. It's kind of like what I do now. You've camaraderie with your teammates.
Yeah.
And people you hang out with. I feel like that's how they roll.
In New York during 9/11, we have tributes where they ask us like, we need 5 guys to go to this fire company in Queens.
Yeah.
And I don't know why everybody's not raising their hand, and I always go. These guys are the most down to earth dudes.
Yeah, man.
They're mother effing you to death like you've been boys for years, and they just want to talk to you because they're with the
they're real, bro. They're real because their life's on the line.
Yeah, the guy's like, what the hell? Why'd you do that last night? What the hell were you freaking swinging at? I'm like, dude, I'm sorry.
Yeah, my bad.
I mean,
bro.
what am I supposed to yell at the guy? Like, who the hell you talking? No, they're real. You know what I mean? And that's the best part of it, man. It's crazy.
Did you say off like kind of topic? I mean, not really related, but a little bit. Where I forget who was like, "Yo, we need to get a couple pro athletes together, go to the grocery store, and be like, yo, you're begging them groceries shitty as fuck."
Exactly. Hey, listen, that leads to a good one, man. The fans, bro. There's some. I don't know about you.
I was going to ask you this, and I backed off it.
No, go ahead.
Like, obviously, you travel a lot. You're in a lot of other ball fields, other cities, playing. What's the worst insult you've ever got hurled at you from a fan?
Do people yell at you while you're on the field?
Dude,
right?
He gets some good ones. I'm a nobody, and I get it.
Philly is probably the worst.
Yeah.
Is downright the worst. The worst fans. The people are nasty.
Eddie Alvarez, let's go.
Eddie. No, listen. I love every second of it. But when they start talking about my family, the blood boils.
Yeah, no.
The blood boils.
They do.
So this is funny. I was talking brought it up the other day. I'm playing in AAA and we're playing against the Baltimore Orioles AAA team. I think it was in Virginia. And this guy's ragging on me. You suck. You stink. Go back to effing Jersey. You piece of blah, blah, blah. I strike out first back. He's just killing me. The whole game, I'm in the dugout. He's pointing at me. He looked some shit up, talking about my wife, Jackie, blah, blah, blah. My mom, my wife, and my dad and my best friend are at the game. And there's nobody at these games in AAA. It's a 1 o'clock game on a Monday.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I see my mom come walking down. I'm like, here we go. I'm like, I'm just waiting. There's like 4 of them. It wasn't just one dude. And I'm waiting. I'm like, God, this one kid. I'm just like, oh, no. I'm like, dude, am I going to have to go in this? Honestly, first thing, am I have to go in the stands and kick this fan's ass for, talking shit to my mother? So my mom and my wife Jackie go down. I'm like, oh, God.
Oh, Jackie?
She's a little pipsqueak.
Yeah.
She'll get after her a little bit. I told her when our kids play, I'll never sit next to you during the game. I'll be in the outfield because I'm not.
The loudest one in the crowd when he fights is Renee.
My God!
No, it's actually
your sister.
My sister. Loud as fuck.
Oh, congrats to her too for getting engaged. Right?
Yeah.
She does a spray tan business.
She does,
my wife uses it all the time.
What's the name of the company? Viva La Tans or some shit?
You should know.
I know. She get mad at me.
No, but they came down. And my mom, as coy as she is, she's like, why do you keep yelling at that number 21, man? You know him or something? He's like, no, I just want to pick on somebody, and I'm going to curse him up until the game's over. And I remember my wife telling me, she's like, and then your mom goes, I'm like, oh, no. She goes, well, that's my son, so I advise you to keep your mouth shut. And the guy got worse. And she's sitting there.
Dude.
She went up, and all of a sudden, I see my dad get up. I'm like, oh, no. And
Big Charlie.
I'm at third
Big
base.
Charlie.
Like,
but your dad's like 6.
No, he's 6'8". He's 6'8". I'm at third base. Like pitchers are being thrown, and I'm just looking in the stands, not even worried about the guy can just crush me right now. My dad gets down there, and all of a sudden, the next inning, nobody told me what he said. But the kids didn't say a word after.
Hell no.
Dude, that's all. And my best friend came when he was a big dude, too. And he had 4. I'm like, oh, man, are these two going to – and my dad, because, he doesn't want to fight, but he gets his point across. Just like when we were younger, when my mom said, listen, I'm going to get your dad. And we're like, yeah, whatever. And she's like, Chaw. And his name was Chaw. Chaw. And I'm like, oh, shit, we got to go. So we'd run out of the house and before he got us. And then he'd calm down after. But now once my dad got down there –
but listen, man, you're a dad now. So, Blake plays. Blake's going to be an athlete. He's got what dad's got. Ooh. You're probably going to let mom, if there's ever a shit talker, take the first one. And you're going to be Big Charlie at some point. You're going to walk down. You know what the problem is now, though? I told my wife this the other day. We were just talking about it. It's funny. We're talking about kids. I said, listen, if I go over there and bombard this, not even hit him. If I go over there and say, screw who the F you talking to, blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, there's one person just like this. Yeah. So I got to keep my cool, just like you, just like you. Yeah. And, no, that was my wife with the cell phone.
Sorry, we'll get back to you. No, but I can't go over there mother effing people to death nowadays because guess what? That goes on TMZ or YouTube.
Exactly. Yeah, trust me, I'm living proof of it, brother.
No, but serious. Now, even if my wife does, look at Todd Frazier's wife. And especially if we're living around here, you know, and it's like, shit, you know, maybe you could because the sport you play in.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, I don't know. I think my sport's
and they're like,
it's not so much being famous, it's being infamous.
Yeah, look at that.
I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna go smack somebody, man. Make some headline news.
But it's just the goddamn truth. I remember my dad going toe to toe with some parent out there. All of a sudden they fought, whatever, blah blah blah. Hour later, they're having a drink at the bar. That's how it was.
Yeah.
You know, hey man, you know you were right, or you know they would admit they're wrong.
Right.
And they buy each other drinks and rounds. You know, you can't fight anybody now.
It all comes from passion. It comes
without a doubt.
Obviously, passion for the sport, but secondly, you're protecting what you love the most, your child and his interest in the sport and his future. And
just let him.
Some people just take it a little too serious,
you know what
a little too early.
I said, let the bat talk.
Exactly.
You know, take somebody deep, hit the game-winning hit. Then I'll point at him. I said, "Yeah, what mother effer now? What the hell are you gonna do?" Exactly. My son just won the game.
I got sued for $5,000.
Oh,
yes,
wow.
Because recently.
Yeah, but can we talk about it? It's done. So that was with Kurt, right?
Did you what?
Yeah. Well, let's say
I don't know how.
I didn't get sued. I had to pay a lawyer $5,000 because I got sued.
So you got screwed.
Kind of, yeah.
I don't know what. Can I talk about that? I don't know what I can say.
Let's not. We'll say names. But I'll give a little. I'll give a little rundown. I was at a wrestling tournament. My kid was wrestling. This is 2-3 years ago. So he's young.
Listen, before you go on, you wrestling parents are a little crazy.
They're fucking nuts.
No,
you're
not
you.
No,
them.
No,
them.
yeah, exactly.
They're nuts.
Fucking rip his head off.
Oh,
you know,
dude,
blah blah
crazy.
blah. Like put him
I
in
just
a body
seen some
bag.
today with some wrestler. I guess kind of slammed the guy. Some dad comes running across the mat and boom, like
the kid
blasted
Jesus
dude.
Christ.
I'm like, what?
Just because your kid ain't strong enough, I guess.
So
Go
my
ahead.
kid's wrestling. He's lost. You know, whatever, wrestling like an all-star type team. He gets, he's getting beat. Whatever, no big deal to me. He did his best. Whatever.
Sure.
Match is over. I go over. I see my dad. He's like, my dad's in a cane at the time.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
He had knee surgery or something.
Yep.
He's like, this guy fucking pushed me. This guy pushed me. I'm like, what?
All of a sudden the blood.
So now I'm
blood
like
boiled.
fucking I'm a little hot under the collar.
Show me.
I'm
that
like,
bad.
who? I'm like, who?
Yeah.
But I'm not stupid too.
Yeah.
I also know I'm in the public eye. I'm at a
of
wrestling
course.
thing. There's kids around.
Of course.
And I'm like, so I go up to the guy. I didn't even get close enough to really get to him. I'm like, yo, you pushed my dad. And what else I said was like, you pushed my dad. I was like, let's go outside and talk about it. Let's go outside and talk about it like men.
Yeah.
We'll go handle this like men. I wasn't gonna do anything in there. And then all my club that I own, all the parents grabbed me.
Yeah, like
so they literally grabbed me like I'm gonna go fight this guy. They grabbed me with my arms. They had my arms down, and I'm like a couple feet away from this guy.
Yeah, like get off.
I'm like, dude, this guy could crack me in the face.
Yeah, easily.
So I'm like, I'm wrestling with these. Now I got a little out of hand. I'm wrestling with my own parents.
Really, this happened?
Oh yeah, this happened. My buddy Vinny, my wife, I might have threw her off me a couple times, and so a big melee happened. But really, it was nothing.
It was just they were trying to stop you when you weren't even going to do nothing.
When I didn't even do nothing. So whatever, the security guards are all there. They're like, you're good. I'm like, yeah, I'm good, man. Just don't fucking touch me. and I was good. And whatever. It was the end of the duels. We left. We go home. A couple months later,
didn't think anything of it.
I get a call saying that I hit and bit somebody at this.
That's what I was going to say.
Oh my god!
That I hit and bit somebody.
Frankie Edgar, the UFC legend, Hall of Famer, belt holder, bit somebody. That's the crazy part,
dude. They're drag it out.
So I had the lawyer up, and the guy never even showed up. He was from out of state. He never even came to the court case. But I had the lawyer up, and then paying $5,000 because I was, somewhat known. And I was like, damn, I wish I bit that motherfucker for $5,000.
I was gonna say, can we clarify that you didn't actually bite him? We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, no biting, no biting from me at least.
No, that's what you mean. You got to watch every move you do.
Yeah, you do.
And like for me, I always check what I'm saying online to make sure.
If you guys ever want to know,
you just get after it.
If you guys ever want to know like what not to do in the public eye, just take a look at your boy over here.
Hey, listen, we love you, bro. It don't matter what you do, but. Like, you're not afraid to say anything, but that's your persona.
Yeah.
You can know. Like, for me, if I was to come out and say, oh, your mother, blah, 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 this and that, and they'd be like, whoa, what the hell?
I really don't do that,
Well, you're in more of a mainstream type of sport.
Yeah, of course.
Where they want they're all about classy and this and that.
Would never make
where
it.
fighting's not like that.
No.
Fighting's not like that.
No. But I've never seen you, like talk shit to
No, I'm not
anybody.
that guy. That's phony.
Nah, yeah.
If someone says something about me, I'll say something back.
Yeah,
but I'm not one to just come up and say something.
Yeah, you're like, bro, just let's fight now.
Let's just fight.
Just shut up and let's fight.
Let's fight.
Yeah. And that's it.
That's what I loved about fighting was, all the shit talk, like WWE, it was all about shit talk.
Yeah.
But the fight's real. The fight, you can say as much as you want or as little as you want. The fight's still gonna happen.
Exactly. It's for you, it's got to be tough. Because, like I was thinking before, it just came up again. Like, if somebody started popping off to me, like nowadays, like the last 10 years, say, I'm not fighting anybody anymore. I don't know what they're capable of anymore, bro. Yeah, I look at your ear.
Ears.
I'm looking at your damn ears, bro. And if I see any sort of cauliflower ear, I'm like, yeah, dog, here, take the bottle. I got blue in the car. Just take the bottle home with me.
I got it.
But do you go out? You ever get in altercations with anybody?
I've gotten in some spit matches.
Where?
Talking.
In Jersey?
Like you're talking about my whole life?
No, not your whole life. Obviously, your whole life. I'm saying, since you've been a professional athlete,
arguments.
I got to bring this up. All right. When we first met, I don't even
remember.
I obviously knew who you were. We met, I don't know, 7-8 years ago. But when we first met, obviously I knew Todd Frazier. I knew everything about him. But you almost got into a fight with my boy at Hemingway.
Oh my God!
You remember this?
He was the bouncer right there. So long story short, that's funny.
I used to bounce.
That was the first time I met you. You brought it up. Hey, my boy.
Yeah, because you were telling the story. We were at dinner, and you're like, "Yo, I almost got into it with this bouncer."
Yes,
and I already knew the story,
yes.
so I was like,
I was like,
"Do I say that's like my buddy?"
Yeah. So my wife, I was dropping my wife. I was taking care of my son. He was less than a year, probably 6-7 months old. My first child, and. He's in the car, so I'm on the street. I get out of the street. I'm trying to get my 20-year-old sister-in-law in, and they won't let her in. So I'm like, they're like, Todd, do something about this. My wife goes, do something about this. Let's go. And so I get over there.
Seaside?
Yeah, at Hemingway's.
He's the door guy at Hemingway's.
So we know the owner at Hemingway's, blah, blah, blah. So he comes out. I'm like, just get her in, bro. Put a tag around her wrist saying she's not 21, so she can't drink. But she just want to hang out with her family and friends, blah, blah, blah. So the bouncer comes out, and he starts popping off. Like, he's like right here.
This James.
I'm like, you called him out, too. That's
but he said,
no,
listen, right back to him, yeah.
I went right back at him. I said, listen. I don't remember exactly what I said, but I'm like, go ahead and fucking do something like that. Blah, blah, blah. I said, who do you think you are, bro? I'm like, dude, all I want to do is a girl in, but he just keeps getting closer and closer. So I'm like, pushed him off. I'm like, yo, back the hell up, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, I saw his fist too. He's like ready to curl up on me. I said, you get the biggest lawsuit, blah, blah. I was just yapping, whatever I said. And, whatever. Nothing happened. But
you guys would actually like each other. He's a good dude.
And you said that too, but I'm like, yeah, screw him, man. What do you think he is? But
you talking about your buddy Baldhead dude?
James that I work out with.
Yeah.
You still work out with him?
Still, I worked out with him today.
Bring that up. Bring that up. Don't be like, yo, Frazier's still heated.
No,
be like, yo, dog, I just had a podcast.
James is a man of few words, bro. He told me about that whole thing, and he summarized it in like 10 words, and that was it. And then I wouldn't tell me anymore. So then I was like, when you and I went to dinner, and you were talking about it, I was like, fuck.
He said I'll make you bleed in the street. Like he was getting like deep, like he was ready to fight me the next day for a UFC title.
Bro, let's put it this way: he's a pagan.
No, yeah, he's
a pagan.
That's the bike
group. Yeah.
He just snapped on a dime too. Yeah. I mean, maybe I started it. I just don't remember. Maybe I said something like, "Just let the freaking girl in." Who do you think you are?
No,
blah blah blah. But that was fun. Tell James like, yo, Frazier's still pissed about
you would like him.
2009.
Damn.
Oh man. But sports has been in my life, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Nothing. I don't know anything else.
If since you're a kid, how old did you start playing baseball?
I played baseball at 6, T-ball. I played football at 8. We won a national Pop Warner championship at 8. We were pretty darn good. And then basketball started probably at 5 or 6. I was over 1,000 points in high school, man. That was pretty good.
So in college, were you drafted for any other sports?
Here's funny.
Or looked at?
I remember going to a camp one time, and my buddies in basketball, I was just messing around the whole time. Basketball, I knew I wasn't going to play, and I had a pretty good camp. So, like, the last day, the guy's like, one of the the camp counselor goes, oh, just so you know, William and Patterson. And I already knew I was going back. William Patterson's on your tail to play basketball. And he didn't know anything how good I was in baseball. And our buddies are like, yeah, listen. He don't give two shits. He's going to play professional baseball. And it was just funny. He's like, dude, If you just hustle a little more, these guys are gonna take you full ride. I'm like, big dog, I got you. I'm gonna hustle more. And I got a letter from Connecticut. It was funny. They probably a letter they sent to everybody.
Yeah.
But I got it framed on my wall so everybody can see, just in case they don't think I was good at basketball.
Well, your wife, when we were at dinner, said you're not a good athlete. I'm like, this guy's a fucking professional athlete. No,
she thinks I got a bad body. I mean, she sees me. She's like, listen. How are you ever good at anything? I'm like, listen,
you went to the bathroom in New York. We were in New York having dinner. You went to the bathroom, and she ripped on you for a solid 5 minutes. I never laughed so hard in my fucking life.
Because she's fit. She's 5 foot nothing.
She loves you, bro.
Strong as without a doubt. Yeah. Stop sucking up. I could care less. Listen, I love her to death too, but at the end of the day, she's strong as an ox. She was talking about. But she thinks I can. Yeah, they're terrible. I got the Megan Good thumbs.
What's the Megan Good thumb?
They look like toe thumbs.
Wow, you got some. My cousin's got thumbs like that.
Listen.
But they hit home runs.
Peanut butter on this and suck it for days. No, but my wife thinks that since I can't do the workout she does, because she's like top dog and all, because she was a gymnast. She can like hold her hand on the ceiling with her legs up for about 10 days. Like it's unbelievable. But yeah, it's just whatever. You
said when you came back. You said it's all in the forearms.
That's it, right here. Yeah. And baseball players, they don't need good bodies to be athletic. True. Amazing. You see all the different types of athletes in there. In baseball, you got to be fit. If pretty much, unless you're the heavyweight, those guys are monsters.
Yeah, but a lot of them are fit. Some of them got bellies.
Let me ask you this question: like, say, like a guy, about that way. Say, like 300 pounds comes up to you, and you're gonna fight this guy. Like, are you afraid? You're like, I'll get him. Don't matter.
I'm not afraid.
Yeah, I know you're not afraid, but like in the
Do I think I'll get it done?
Yeah,
like a regular 300-pound dude,
and he's not the same weight as you. You know what I'm
saying? Does this guy fight?
Yeah, somewhat. He's not. He knows what he's doing, but he's not on the level you are.
I mean, it depends on how much he knows. But if you don't know that much, I'm gonna fuck him up.
How about Roger then? If you took
God, putting us on the spot.
If Roger said, "Screw
Listen,
you, man,"
I'll answer that. If it was a bar fight, I'd give me a small percentage chance that I could clip him, get him with something. You know what I mean?
If he got you down, it's over.
If it's in a ring, if it's in a ring, he's gonna win 10 times.
Hey, I'll be honest with you. You get him in a bear hug, he's over with.
Listen, Bo.
I've always
honed my skills on the Seaside Boardwalk. Okay? I will bite that motherfucker's nose if I have
Put
to.
sand in his eye.
That is true.
Listen, it's funny. Like you see, if I saw someone like you in the bar, like they're messing with me, I'm like, I'll kick your little. I'll be like, I'll kick your little ass, and then you look at him like, dude, that motherfucker kick my ass right now, dog. Listen, but it is what it is, bro. I love it.
I'm 44, man. My fighting days are over. I'm not fighting Jose Canseco. Jose,
you should have did that, man. That pisses me off.
That was back when I was like 34.
I'm not happy about it. I wish you did that. Yeah. That would have been something.
That would have been pretty
You would have knocked out Jose. You got paid good on that, handsomely, no?
No, because it's charity. It's charity. You donate it all to a charity. But
okay, but still.
I was training a little bit with Frankie at the time. We talked about it. I was like, bro, do I do this? But I mean, it was literally like, they pay for your flight out there. That's it. All your training. Yeah, I was like, I don't know if I want to do it for that, because I would literally move out of this country if I lost. I hate losing.
How is it? Oh, wait.
That's big, like this. The boxing, like the YouTubers are boxing now and making money doing that. It's wild, man.
Yeah, Logan Paul,
Jake Paul, those guys.
Was he calling? Who did he call out? Logan Paul. Didn't he call out somebody a little bit ago? Football player?
No. The UFC guy called him out.
No UFC guy.
Yeah. With the fucking shredded abs, just got a crazy knockout, fighting in one championship.
Sage Northcutt
called
him out, really?
Yeah. Said if you want,
you're reaching, bro. You're reaching.
No, I'm telling you.
No, not you.
Him. I'm telling you.
I mean, why are you calling out a YouTuber?
Yeah, well, no, I think he called Sage out.
He called Sage out.
Said, listen, if you want it, you can get it.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I mean. Logan Paul calling Conor McGregor.
That's what it was.
I think everybody and their mother has called out Conor McGregor.
Everybody want that payday. I'm so pissed you didn't get that payday, bro.
Yeah, I know.
He wanted it too. He wanted it too.
Me too. I know. He hit you up on Twitter. Now
we'd have had some really nice furniture in here.
Yeah, we would have.
Your back would not be killing you right now.
Listen, I'd have the massager going right now. Jesus,
we'd be a little more set up.
Listen, it's beautiful. I love it here, man.
Hey, it does the trick.
Mm-hmm. How's that blue treating you?
Oh, I'm good.
Yeah.
I told him we're going to hopefully finish this thing by the time it's
I need a
over.
refill, but I can't reach it. Hang on.
Get on over there.
Let me move
You
this
can move
mic.
it.
So
All right, go ahead.
Frankie, how much longer you got, big dog?
I keep saying I'm not going to put a timetable on it. I got my 3 things. I had check 3 things off. Am I enjoying myself? Am I having fun? Do I still want to do this? Do I still want to get up and go to the gym?
Yeah.
Is my body healthy enough to do it all?
Mm-hmm.
And am I competitive?
Yeah.
Am I losing fights? I don't think I should lose. So as long as all those 3 go, we'll keep doing it.
That's the one thing for me. I hate working out. As a baseball player, it's basically off season stuff, but I'm not. It's hard for me to get going. It always has been.
But like hitting, you enjoy that?
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
yeah.
But like weight room, I'm just like
Do you get nervous though, being a veteran, getting a little older, that if you don't do that, you don't work out, the up and comers are going to be your replacement? You know what I mean?
100%. I mean, they're on your tail. I mean, I'm not scared about it. It's always there. It's just like when I was on somebody else's tail. When Scott Rowland was playing. Hopefully, he'll be a Hall of Famer. This next couple of days, they'll figure out who's going to be in Hall of Fame for this year. But there's always somebody coming. I mean, I'm not going to. I am what I am. I got the physical with the Rangers, and doctor said it best. Your back's going to be what your back is. Your hips are going to be what your hips is, and you've been doing it your whole career. Good luck, and that kind of thing. So it is what it is. Even if I didn't work out, I'd still feel strong.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel do you feel the years on your body?
A little bit. I do. I think when I had my oblique injury last year, and it was like the second or third time I had it, I'm like, God darn, these things just don't go away.
Well, you tear your oblique?
Yeah. Well, I fully tore it from overuse, man. I've been swinging, just like you've been throwing left, right hooks, whatever it is, for years. But I mean, if you think about it, I mean, I couldn't tell you how many swings I had, probably in the millions.
Wow.
How many swings?
That's probably even more. Like, think about it. You're swinging. You're trying to do the same exact pattern over and over. So you're stressing the same exact part over and over.
Yep.
Whereas me, I'm doing all different types of shit.
It's also probably why the older dogs, not that you're an older dog, but the more seasoned vets don't have to hit the gym as much. Don't have to, because it just comes so. You've done it since you were a kid. It comes so natural. You know what I mean?
When I first got drafted, when I was 21, that off season, I started hitting. So my season ends, so the minor league season goes 142 games. Mm-hmm. It's not 162. So my season ends beginning of September. 2 weeks later, I'm hitting again in September. Right. So then now the major league season ends at the end of September. I started hitting middle of January.
Okay.
So that's
chomping at the bit.
I mean, October, November, December. I took three months off of hitting. Like, that's how much I know.
Mozzarella sticks.
Listen. I like bad shit. It's pretty damn good.
Oh, let's talk about a completely off-topic side subject. How mean are them turkeys in your backyard? And have you got rid of them yet?
Dude.
Todd's backyard is infested with wild turkeys.
He's made headlines.
It has.
Local news. News 12, New Jersey.
Talk
about
what the town or the state came in and set up for.
The wildlife has been unbelievable.
He has got
good. It isn't good.
Awesome. Drive by Todd's house, and
They're
there are 100 turkeys in his backyard. But
I got to give props to the wildlife in New Jersey. They're unbelievable. They came to the house. We set up traps, and we haven't got rid of any really yet where I'm at, but they haven't been around in like 2 months. It's unbelievable. Really? I feel like the spring and summer they're going to come hot. Yeah. Like they're pissed off at me. It was
you're redoing your backyard right now too, so you don't want them around, right?
No, we don't want them around.
So
but
they're
on your cars and shit.
No, there's the big dogs too.
The toms are the only ones that are aggressive, right? The hens aren't aggressive.
Oh, they're
right?
nasty.
The hens?
They're all nasty.
Really?
Oh, there's a picture I put on my car. There's about 20 of them pecking. I'm trying to get my kids in the car. I'm like, I'm going to be late to wherever I'm going. But yeah, they did good at in Silverton at Holiday City over there, and they got rid of a bunch of them.
When you say got rid of, relocate? What did they do?
Yeah, relocate.
Did they relocate them to people's dinner stand?
Thank you.
A lot of them disappeared about the time we did that Eat Clean Bro turkey giveaway.
Thank you for reiterating that, because they put them at a different farm where they can be fine. But my problem is people saying, I got a lot of people commenting on, like, mad about what I'm doing.
PETA people?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I got the greatest PETA story ever.
Let me just finish. They're just mad. These turkeys have rights, too. What do you mean? Lady, you eat a turkey You eat turkey for Thanksgiving. Like, come on. Like,
turkey.
Like, people talk about it. Come on.
Crazy.
It's unbelievable.
Sensitive society we live in.
Yeah. Welcome to Twitter and Instagram.
You want to hear my PETA story?
I love it.
I made the front page of PETA.
Did it start with Peter Pumpkin eating?
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. You want to hear the story?
Let's hear it.
So I went to San Gennaro Fest, right, New York City. Dating a new girl. I met her up there. She's from North Jersey, so she's up that way. So I met her up there. I also knew a couple other people that were going, and we all met at this one bar. Started pounding the drinks, and her friends that were coming, they were delayed a little bit. They couldn't get parking, whatever. So we're probably there for 2 hours, 3 hours maybe, putting the drinks down, kind of like we're doing now. And I was feeling a little tipsy. I'm feeling it now. So now I'm ready to eat, right? So San Gennaro Fest it's a big street fair, really, with just food everywhere. And, you know, it's the Italian fest. So it was all sausage, peppers, all that thing. So I'm like, let's go get some food, right? So we start walking. Now there's a group of maybe 10 of us walking. And we met that other group of friends, her friends that were coming, right? One of them, her buddy Joe, is holding a fucking bag. You know how, like, when you go to the pet store, they give you fish in a bag?
Of course, like
so
at the carnival.
Yeah, he's holding a fucking bag with one fucking goldfish in it. And I have no idea why. I said, bro, what's the deal with the goldfish? Middle of San Gennaro Fest, he's walking around. He's like, I don't know. Somebody handed it to me. I don't know. I don't know what to do with it. He did walk through Chinatown, and I feel like you could have got a wild boar and a fucking ox in there. But so anyway, he's holding it, and I'm just drunk enough where I'm like, oh, I'll eat it. And he's like, what? I was like, I'll eat it.
Stop.
Well, like an idiot. Either I busted out of the camera or somebody else busted out of the camera. And I've just opened this bag and listen, first of all, it's a feeder fish.
Yeah, what the
meaning it came out of a...
Peter already hit you up on Twitter.
So I ate it. Just gulped it down. I didn't chew it or anything like that. I just gulped it down. Yeah.
Was it alive?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So
I wonder how long it was alive until it died.
Granted, it was a dumb thing to do. I'm never going to defend it and say it was a smart thing to do.
Like, why do you have to defend everything? Like, come on.
Well, but I was drunk. You know, like at the time it seemed, you know, like funny, I guess.
It was funny.
And I don't. I mean, I don't feel like that. I don't feel like that fish.
Just ate Nemo.
I don't feel. Yeah, I don't feel like that fish had a fully developed frontal lobe, where it's like going down my throat. Like, oh my god. You know what I mean? Like, it's a feeder fish. Yeah. That fish was going to go to somebody's house, get dropped in and a guppy was going to eat it. Right.
A week later, it would have been
exactly. It was going down a toilet at some point, right? So yeah, dumb thing to do. Even dumber thing to do was post it on my Instagram.
Oh my god.
Even dumber, right?
Yeah, you got killed.
And I didn't even think about it.
I think you're too worried about people.
No,
Fuck everybody.
No, bro. I woke up the next day.
Animal control's all on.
Dude, PETA came after me, but you want to talk about a bunch of savages, bro?
Oh,
PETA's a little over the top. I feel like they're over the top, right?
I feel like maybe they started off with a good cause, like, hey,
a long time ago.
We love animals. Like, let's try to be better to animals. I'll get behind that cause. Yes, I was okay. I ate a goldfish. All right, but I eat sushi every fucking day. So what's the difference?
Right. Yes.
But anyway, it wasn't like I'm torturing fucking horses or anything. You know what I mean?
Or fucking next to pigs,
bro. Yeah.
I didn't torture the pig.
Maybe
I did.
They're all in therapy right now. The one committed suicide.
This little piggy went to the market.
So anyway, their people, whoever they are, after they put me on like their homepage, bro, they came at me so hard with shit about my kids. Like, I hope your kids die. I hope your kids get eaten by
that's exactly those people. They're not good people.
Everything was about my kids. Every comment was, I hope your kids get eaten by, wild tigers, and you have to watch them die because that's what you deserve. And I'm like, over a goldfish? So again, I admit it was a fucking dumb thing to do, but like the organization at some point got a little out of control with.
Yeah, they're just over the top.
Yeah, man.
They're not in it for the right reasons anymore.
No. So, but I will never post that again.
I would hope not.
Bro, they realize how animals are in real life. You ever felt like nature's metal or nature's gnarly?
I watch Nat Geo all the
crazy
time.
Shit.
Oh my god.
Animals are the most ruthless things to each other.
Without a doubt. Can I change?
Not saying you should eat fucking.
I got
Nemo.
I got to call Frankie out here.
All right.
What?
So listen.
Here we go.
We went to the butcher's block.
Wait a minute. I want to hear about the fart on him. Did you fart?
It was him who farted.
Listen. He's got evidence. He's got shit in his toilet. Evidence. Pictures he's sending me.
This mother humper over here. We go to butcher's block, so we get outside. And he goes, "Hey Todd, can I take a picture with you? I love baseball. Blah blah." Next thing you know, he lays out a.
He's lying. He's lying.
He lays an egg.
He's lying because this is obviously him.
Listen, it was one of the worst smells I've ever smelled.
Dude, listen. This is him, by the way.
Listen,
okay?
he's
He's
jealous.
telling this fucking story.
He was
this
jealous.
Is him.
I was getting the picture.
He comes home. He comes home and he sends me this foul picture of a toilet bowl with shit sprayed all over it. All over it. Okay, this dude took a picture with Todd Frazier and tasted what he ate that night. He tasted it in the air. He did, because I think we all did. That was bad.
My wife was so mad at me too. It was terrible. She goes, "God damn it!" She did all the time.
Earlier today, Frankie threw out a group text between me and Todd and just said, "Hey, what do you guys want to talk about tonight?" And Todd responded, "I want to talk about that fart you laid on me at Butcher's Block."
Yeah.
And I was so confused as to what the fuck that meant. Now I know.
No, listen. We were driving home, and I'm like, "Honey, we might have to pull over." It was one of those nights where you got
the steak, man. You
got bubble guts in there, and the steak. It's funny. You guys got the steak like medium rare.
Yeah.
And we don't eat. We never eat. We like medium well, guys.
Dude, you're
no,
not
medium.
That's
not a steak,
disgrace.
bro.
What?
You might as well eat goldfish. That ain't a steak.
No, but listen, with flavor, we gotta have a little pink. But they're like freaking blood red, and I ate a whole shitload of it. And I remember that first fart I let out. It was heinous. The wind was coming. Like I walked 2 steps up, and the people
Did the fan get it?
Yo, yeah, without a doubt. But he played it cool. When a fan comes up to you, if you shit your pants, like they're like, it's fine, dog. Let's get this picture though. Like they need.
He
to
tasted. I tell you, he tasted it. He's like, wow, you had the asparagus and the mushrooms.
I had the same thing. It was
bolognese.
Listen, it was.
The last time I went to Butcher's Block with him, he couldn't even open his eyes. So.
I was a little under the weather that day.
Was it just after a fight, or you just weren't feeling
good? It was after his loss against the Korean Zombie. He was
thanks,
stoned.
Rod. This was pretty fucking bring up bad news. Thanks, buddy.
Listen, bro, not to make an excuse.
They make a great therapist.
They gave him 2 weeks to less 2 weeks.
That was me, man. No excuses. We don't do excuses, man.
Nah, whatever. Well, I tried.
I respect that.
Thanks, buddy.
A lot, man. I like that. I like that. I always respect the guys that don't make excuses. So.
Nah, no excuse, man.
Without a doubt.
You went in there. That's where it went down.
What are you gonna do?
Hey, get back in there. That's all.
What do you think's next?
Frazier, you think you take a shot from Frankie in your belly, your gut?
Oh man, my belly.
Think you can take?
I'm
not gonna say shoulder. You can take one in the shoulder. I'm not going to say face because then you got to go home to your wife tonight and say the podcast didn't go that well.
Yeah,
you think you can take
I'll be honest. In the head, probably not. In the belly, I don't think it's as strong. If you want the truth,
can we?
He ain't gonna do it.
Can we make that happen?
No, we cannot make that happen. Listen, I got a season to play. Well, I signed my contract. So
you got that oblique issue. You got that oblique.
Yeah, I'm gonna get sued by the Texas Rangers.
Listen. Yeah, I think you would take one better than me.
I told him last time we did a podcast, I want to feel what he's got. Well, that sounded really bad.
He wants to feel what I got.
Hey, that Johnny Walker Blue gets you, baby. It's good stuff. Crazy. You guys ever been in any situations where you're out and you're at the bar and because I had a crazy situation in Pittsburgh. I bring this up, but I was out with one of my buddies, Ryan Ludwig, who played 15 years in the big leagues. I'm taking you out, Rook. I got you. We went to Capitol Grill. That's how it's done. You take the young guys out and teach them the right way.
So then when it's their turn, they do that.
You pay the bill. Like there's some unwritten rules. Like you buy, if you're a veteran on the team, you buy if I'm an infielder, you buy your infielders a suit. No, that's just like an unwritten rule. So I bought, a couple of players a suit. Their first big league suit. Like, all right, I belong, the kind of things. Like he took me out. Good steak dinner. I look over to my right. Like, you ever have any crazy things that happen, where you had to save some? I had to save some dude's life.
Oh yeah, I heard about this.
Yes, dude. There was a guy pushing 300 pounds. This guy was big, and I look over to my right. I'm like, when Ryan's talking to me about something, yeah, it was a good game. I'm like, oh shit, this guy's choking right now,
turning blue.
So Ludwig's like, Frazier, you do it, because I've done it before. I'm like, what the heck?
You do it. It's your turn.
He had no idea what he was doing.
If you've done it before, go over there.
I would imagine. Yeah.
No, but he's like 8-9 years older than me. He's a veteran. I'm like, you're making the rookie go do this. So I see 2 women around this guy. He's a big dude, and they're pumping like this, nothing. I'm like, get out.
They're wrapping around them?
Wrapping around, but they couldn't get fully around. So I'm like,
now,
get out.
Is he in full freak out mode? Like,
yeah.
out?
Like the noise. He's still there. He's just trying to get it out.
His hands in his mouth?
Oh, yeah, he's trying everything. The girls weren't helping. So I said, get out of the way. So I get my arms, like, say this is fully around. I was right here.
That's it?
That's it. So I'm like, holy shit.
Tit grab.
I'm like, I'm in trouble. So honestly, I went like, you know how adrenaline, when your adrenaline goes, you can pretty much do anything.
Yeah.
I felt like I lifted him up in the air and just went, whoom.
Air humped the shit out of him.
Listen.
He dry humped the hell out of him.
2 pumps.
Yeah.
And it went, you know, you
Story of life.
You think in the movie, they're just projectiles. Yeah. He went in there and he took this thing and it was like, it's like the size of this glass.
What the
No, listen.
Chew.
No, listen. And 3/4 was all fat. So and the stupid ass waitress goes, here, take a glass of water. Gives him a glass. He's got saliva all over. The glass just went shoop, just right down his hands. Glass everywhere. The guy slips and falls. I'm like, oh my god. So,
but you Heimlich the shit out of him.
I Heimlicked him, bro. It was unbelievable.
If he's not dead from being overweight, he's telling the world right now that Todd Frazier saved his life. That's a good story.
I never heard from the guy. That was like 2010.
Really?
2011. Never heard from him since. But I saved him, so now he gets his bearings back. And he's like, oh, man, thank you so much. I'm going to buy your dinner. I'm like, no, you don't have to buy it, blah, blah, blah. He's like, I'm buying it. I'm like, man, all right, thanks. He goes, and then like 2 seconds later, he's like, that's not the first time this happened. I'm like, holy shit.
Wait, what?
No, listen.
What?
I said, how many times has this happened, sir? He's like, 3 times. I'm
3 times? Motherfucker, chew your food.
No, but listen, the worst part was, so I'm like halfway through my meal. Great meal. Capital Grille's real good food. Yeah. So I see him with the fork and knife.
Wait, he's
going back
after?
No, he's not done. No, he's not done. So that's what I was like confused. I'm like, listen. I look at Ryan. I'm like, he's eating again. So he takes the corn, slobbers it up. He takes this asparagus. I don't even call it asparagus. It's asparagus.
Oh my goodness! Listen, oh my goodness!
I got good tongue.
That's oh my god.
So then he takes asparagus. Bomb. Takes that down. So I'm looking. I'm like, there's still a lot of steak left. He cuts the piece of steak off about the same size.
No.
Takes it down like nothing. Looks over with his wine glass like this. I said, sir, I'm out of here. Thanks for the meal. I got up and left. I said, you got to be kidding me. It was unbelievable.
Dude.
That's probably why I haven't heard back from him, because he was so embarrassed. He took the same piece. And his wife was crying. I remember like it was yesterday. He had a younger wife. He was an older guy. His wife was crying saying thank you. And he took the same piece with 3/4 fat on
like
it.
He wanted to fucking check out.
He might have.
Like suicide by cop, that was suicide by state.
I said, Ryan, we're out of here. I said, send the bill to him. I'm out.
Yeah.
And I said, screw it. You're buying now.
Yeah.
I was upset. I was so pissed off. I'm like, bro, I was like shivering and like how much I saved this guy's life and blah, blah, blah.
You get a story like that? Ever seen anybody die or almost die in front of you?
Yeah.
I did, man. A couple summers ago, actually. I pulled some girl out of the water.
Oh, I know this story.
Oh, yeah.
This was a fucked up story.
I know that girl.
Bro,
she used to come to my house.
That beach is crazy, bro.
This
The
was
water's nuts.
Seaside Park. It was the last weekend of September, so it was. It was not really typical of beach weather. Last weekend of September, so it was hot as hell.
Oh yeah.
The beach is packed, and there's no lifeguards because lifeguards are done by that time.
Yeah, of course.
So everybody's in the water. I was in the water for a little bit. I remember I was with my cousin, and I'm pretty good in the water. I grew up on the beach.
Swimming,
I grew up swimming. I swam a lot when I was a kid, like not competitive, but I learned like survival skills and stuff.
Currents and all that stuff.
But I learned even like how to like swim. I used to take a class. I had to swim like 50 laps, swim like 30 laps with clothes on, take it off, make a raft out of it. So I know my shit a little bit, you know.
Hey, that's great.
It's good to know.
Hold on.
Not a raft, but a flotation device.
Yeah. All right, I was confused.
Like a button-down shirt.
I thought he was escaping from Alcatraz.
Like sewing clothes together, make a raft. No, you make a little flotation device. So I'm in the water, and I'm like, I was in there for like 10 minutes. So my cousin, I'm like, dude, let's get out. It was hard to swim. So whatever. Day goes on. I'm going down talking to my kids. And I see a buddy, Tommy. Actually, I see Tommy on the beach. I see him. We're sitting there bullshitting, and we're sitting there, and I look back towards the shore, and I see everybody looking at the water, like all startled. So I turn around and look, and I see some guy on a board. I'm like, it looks like the guy's like, he looks like he was just tired. I'm like, maybe he was tired. He was surfing, and he's having a hard time coming in. And then all of a sudden, I see he has a girl on the board,
Oh man.
So I'm like, oh shit. So me and Tommy, we run out to the water. We're helping this girl, and dude, there's like 3 of us carrying this girl in, and like her head's flowing under the water. Like she was lifeless. She had nothing in her body.
God.
She's coming out, bro. It was fucked up. My kids are watching this. Her tits were out. You know what I mean? Like she's in a bikini.
It doesn't matter now.
So now we pull her up on the shore, and dude, then the water comes up, washes over her. I'm like, dude, guys, we gotta get her up more. We gotta get her more. Like, we're a bunch of people that don't know what we're doing, you know?
Exactly.
So we pull her all up on shore. Someone's like, is there a doctor? Is there a doctor to do mouth to mouth? Da-da. I learned mouth to mouth like 10 years ago. Yeah. I'm like, thank God someone's like, I'm a doctor.
Yeah.
They come over and they start working on this chick, and I had that feeling something wasn't right. I remember like kind of looking, making eye contact with her, and there was nothing there. Her boyfriend, supposedly, that she was with that day, was headbutting his head in the sand. Oh my God. I'm like, dude, I'm telling Renee, she comes over, I'm like, get these kids out of here. Dude, and then she obviously found out the ambulance came and she didn't make it.
She didn't make it. I didn't. Oh my God.
She was a little bit of a local.
Yeah.
A lot of people knew. She did a hot yoga.
Yeah, yoga.
She used to come to my house and do hot yoga in my backyard with Jenny. Yeah.
Wow.
Super nice girl.
Yeah. Just a current, man, huh?
Yeah. Honestly, though, that day was bad, and I read in the newspaper the day after, like 30 people needed saving that day up and down the coast. But yeah, that was eerie, man. I remember that stuck. It still stick with me, you know, to see that.
A couple stories from the motorcycle days of probably one of the craziest things I actually saw. I'll tell you one story. When I lived in Maine before I moved to Jersey, I had a ZX-7R back then, a Ninja. And I was at my buddy's house, and he lived maybe like 30 miles away, and I needed to go home to change because we were going out that night. So I jumped on my bike. We were going to Bar Harbor, back in the heyday in the summertime. Bar Harbor was always packed. So I was like, all right, I got to go home. I got to change. I'm going to rip home on the bike, and I'll be right back, and then we'll take a car over to Bar Harbor. So I'm on my bike, and I'm hauling ass, and I'm going through a section of woods. It's Route 182, but they call it the Black's Woods Road, and it's real windy, and you go up a hill and down a hill and stuff, and I come up behind this pickup truck, right? I'm going up Catherine's Hill. I'm going up like this, and I'm ripping. I'm doing like 100. And I come up behind this truck, and I was just going to go around him. But he sees me, and he's in a newer pickup. He's in like a Nissan Sentra or something. And he must have seen me in his rear view, and he just gasses it, right? So now we're going up the hill, and I just want to get around him. I'm like, I can blow your doors off.
Yeah.
But, we're going up the hill, and I can't see what's coming. So I stay behind him, and as you go down the hill, he comes up over the top. Now he's doing like 100, and as you go down Catherine's Hill, the backside, there's like a big sweeping left. He didn't make it. He got out in the dirt, and I saw the truck starting to get sideways, and I got on the brakes. Before I knew it, I was in a dust cloud where I literally could not see a foot in front of my face. Couldn't see a foot in front of my face, right? So I'm like, oh, shit, this guy wrecked out. He definitely wrecked out. So I pull over. The only thing I can see, if I look straight down, I can see the white line because the dust is that thick where I literally couldn't see anything. So I can see the white line, so I know I'm on the side of the road. Put the kickstand down. I get off the bike, and I'm still in all this, this haze of just dust. But I start walking down the road, and I'm like, I'll see the truck at some point. The only thing I could hear was the radio blaring. The radio was blaring. So I knew it was coming from somewhere, so I could go in the general direction of where the radio was. And it was in the woods. The truck launched out in the woods. Wow. It obviously got airborne. Launched out in the woods. It was quite a ways out in the woods, maybe like 100 feet, 150 feet in the woods. Probably actually further than that, maybe like 100 yards in the woods. And I'm like, damn, this thing was out there. And it was wedged perfectly between this huge boulder and a big tree, right? So I'm like, this person's got to be in bad shape, right? So I walk out there. I look, there's nobody in it. The stereo is blaring. There's nobody in it. The steering wheel is like hanging out the side door, right? It's like ripped off, hanging out the side door. So I'm like, oh my God, this person is underneath the car, right?
No.
I'm like, oh my God. So I'm like, I gotta look because I'm on Black's Woods Road and it doesn't see a lot of traffic. There's no car, not one car has come. It's just me and this, truck in the middle of the woods.
What kind of truck?
It was like a Nissan Sentra, extra cab. So I look under the truck and nobody's there. So I'm like, where's the person that was driving this thing,
might
right?
be 100 feet in the woods.
Yeah. So he was going so fast, he easily could have been. Clearly he was ejected, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, holy shit, where there was somebody driving. And I'm almost scared to look because I almost don't want to see what it is. I'm the only one there, right? Yeah. But I'm like, I got to try to help, So I walk back to the road and I look down the road and I'm talking, bro, like 200 yards down the road. I see a body, right, laying there on the side of the road in the dirt. And it's a woman, right? I can tell it has long hair all the way down its back. And I'm like, oh, my God, it was a woman driving, right?
Yeah.
So I run down there, and blood is pumping out the ears.
Oh man!
The person slid so far on their face, the dirt was piled up around their face, so they were like, it was almost like they were underwater because the sand they slid on their face and on their body. So I was like, I know the worst thing you can do is move somebody, right? Like that's the worst thing you can do because of a neck injury or a spinal injury.
What year is this?
This is before I moved to Jersey. I moved to Jersey in '98, so it was maybe like '97.
So you don't have a cell phone on you?
No, I had no cell phone. Even if I did, I wouldn't have had service. I was in Black Woods Road.
You got a beeper?
Yeah, I got 2 rocks I banged down. That's what I had. So I'm like, holy fuck. And I knew that you're not supposed to move somebody, but I knew this person, if they were alive, because I could see a little sucking action, like, they were trying to suck air.
Man,
I could tell that there's no way they could breathe. Their face was buried in sand. Their ears were plugged full of sand and shit. They slid so far. So I rolled him over, and then I could see it was a man. He had like a beard, but he had like really long hair. So I was like, oh, and it wasn't a big guy. It was a small guy. He had no shirt on, shorts, and I was like, oh my.
Wait, he was driving with no shirt on?
Yeah. He just got. I learned the story later. He just got out of work. He was going home. He lived in the same town I did, and I kind of vaguely knew who he was, but I was like, oh my fucking God. And he's making these noises, bro, that I can't even describe to you. I can't even fucking describe the crazy noises he was making. Gurgling, this blood coming out and shit. So I'm like, oh my fucking God, do I get back on my bike and try to go to a house and call? Like, I don't know what to do. But I decided to stay there with him because I honestly thought he was going to die and just comfort him as best I could. So I'm just laying there with him, and then along comes a car. I was flagged them down. I mean, they stopped anyway because it was just, dirt
Wreckage.
everywhere in the road, wreckage, headlights, taillights. So they stopped, and I was like, listen, you got to call the police. You have to, we need help. This man is in dire jeopardy. They don't have cell phone service. So they're like, we got to go to the top of the hill and call. We'll be back, So they took off, went up to the top of the hill. I guess they called. It was a solid 45 minutes before cops, ambulance, anybody got there. Long story short, he lived, but he was a quadriplegic, neck down.
Man, jeez.
And I saw him the next summer at the 4th of July parade in a wheelchair. Never said anything to him. I was like, because I always was like, what if I had never come up behind him? Not that I was trying to get him. I wasn't racing. I just wanted to go around him. But what if I'd never happened? Would that accident have ever happened?
Man.
No, but I didn't know how he felt about it. So I didn't want to go up and be like, hey man,
that's tough.
So I didn't say anything. But he had this scar, bro. It was about this thick that went from the back of his head all the way down his spine. You can tell like they tried to do some spinal surgery or something. You know what I mean? He had this huge scar, and he died like a year later. Yeah.
Wow.
So that's sad.
Yeah.
It is. Jeez. Yeah. And on that kind of note, I don't know.
Yeah. Back to the goldfish.
Yeah.
That thing had a lot of protein.
Dude, but you have no problem that you eating fucking tomahawk steaks, though. I don't get it.
I know. I don't think it's no problem. It's just
well, they didn't make it a big deal.
Okay, so I want to do a little comparison, though. Not that listen, I'm not defending eating that goldfish, and I'm not like, that's a good idea. Everybody should do that. But I worked on a fishing boat. Like, when you guys were training to be pro athletes, right? When you were, like, fucking...
Yeah.
Both of you guys were entering your collegiate careers and stuff at 18.
Our prime.
Your prime. Yeah. I was working on a fishing boat in Alaska, right?
Yeah.
That was my prime, right? I'm from Maine. I'm like School of Hard Knocks. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know if I wanted to go to college. My dad had a buddy that owned a bunch of fishing boats in Alaska. I shipped out to Alaska 18 years old, right? So we would do haulbacks. I was on not a catcher boat. I was on a processor boat, right? So we would do haulbacks off catcher boats, and we'd pull in these huge seine bags that probably weighed 30 ton of fish, and we would process them. Well, sometimes they would catch the wrong fish, right? You can only catch the fish that's in season, right? So we were catching pollock. Sometimes they would catch Alaskan king salmon or herring or whatever.
Sure.
And all of that shit was dead. It suffocates in the bag. And you just throw 30 ton of fish overboard. I ate one fucking goldfish. Wow. One fucking goldfish.
Listen.
And they're coming after me. But it's okay to throw 30 tons of fish overboard.
Nobody knows about that, though.
I know.
Until tonight.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
Now
just put everybody on blast.
Listen. He's put all the fishermen.
I just shut down the Alaskan fishery.
Listen.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Peter's going to be calling fucking A&E right now about, hey, your show's canceled.
That's pretty much it.
That's pretty cool, though. I'm not a fisherman at all.
No.
I get seasick for one. For two,
You don't eat fish? You don't eat fish?
Not really.
What?
Not because I'm just not a fan of the taste, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I like everything.
I'm more, different subject. Like, guys go hunt. You ever hunt before?
I haven't yet.
I mean, people. What did you hunt in Maine?
Deer, mostly whitetail.
Okay,
deer.
good. My point. This is my point. And for me, I can't wait hours and hours for one buck to come up to shoot it. That's just my patience.
Well, that's sort of who I've graduated into being. But back when I was a kid, yeah.
And then like you see it, like, oh, I can get it. It's like, that's Bambi right there. I can't kill it. Is that weird? I can't do it.
I don't know.
I can't do it.
I feel like that.
I can't.
But I think you can't do it if we can dig into your psyche a little bit. Because you probably didn't grow up with that better. You grew up, baseball was ingrained in you.
Yeah,
How much time did you spend in the woods with your dad hunting?
Nah,
I did.
Zero.
I spent a ton. I grew up around guns.
We didn't have any guns.
Not that we were great hunters.
No guns. No guns at all.
Yeah, so I grew up like that. And
I'm the guy with the mini bat in every quadrant in my house. Every quadrant.
Arsenal.
I didn't grow up hunting, but I feel like if I'm going to go to the store, I'm going to grab a steak. I think it'd be better if I go and get it myself.
Absolutely. There's no better.
I'm not saying I'm not mad at it. I just, for me, I'm just.
No, I have never done it.
I would
something I would like to do, but that's the problem. Is the patience problem part.
You're waiting out there.
Well, you live in Jersey. I've never hunted a day in my life in New Jersey because you don't need a lot of patience. You could throw a rock in New Jersey and kill a deer.
Really?
I know hunters are going to get mad
that,
at me, but
that's amazing.
There's a lot of when you hunt in Maine, you have to put the time in. Man.
Why? But you're still hunting white-tailed deer up there as well,
You
right?
are, but it is such a spacious state with so much free-range land that deer don't need to be around people. I mean, I could go to Todd's backyard and shoot 400 turkeys right now.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like that in Maine.
Yeah.
You only get like 3 weeks in New Jersey to kill turkeys too. I found that out. Just imagine us like in Maine trying to look for a deer. We're like, yo, dog, do you see it? Listen, what do we got for dinner tonight? I'm hungry as hell right now. You got to talk like that because those deer can hear for like 100 yards away.
No, they can smell. They said their smell is.
Well, you're in trouble. You got some BO like nobody's business.
Me and this guy are going to do some YouTube shit together. I don't know if we're going to go hunting. That might be a stretch.
Why not? Why not?
1,900 hours of footage for.
You can fast forward.
But I am going to take this guy.
Ready.
I'm going to take this guy snowmobiling.
Yeah, let's go.
Nice. I can't in my contract. Can't do it.
Yeah,
dude, come on. Really? People follow us? No MLB guy rides a motorcycle.
Aaron Boone hurt himself playing pickup basketball. In the contract, can't play pickup basketball.
No way.
I'm not even supposed to do jump rope. Like it's the craziest thing.
So when you get hurt, you just don't say you were jumping rope, motherfucker.
Listen, he said it. I didn't say it. No, but it's crazy, man. I remember
nobody in MLB rides a motorcycle.
I'm not saying nobody does, but you're not supposed to.
Correct.
In your contract, you can ride that motorcycle. You get in an accident, your leg gets screwed up. You can't.
Then you lose your money. Yeah.
Then they're like, "How did it happen?" Oh, it happened, and I woke up one morning and it happened.
Someone investigates it. Then
yeah, like Cespedes is going on with that right now. He got caught up with wrestling boar. They mess with boar down in Port St. Lucie. Like he'll go out. Like boar, like they take a nip at your arm, your hands off. Like their teeth are sharp. Yeah, and boar's the size of him, and I guess he
bigger than the boars that were in that room when you banged that chick.
My wife is gonna kill me. I love every second of it though. But they're bigger. Boars are bigger, but he rolled his ankle and hurt his Achilles or whatever. And I guess they found out about it. So the Mets saved a lot of money on that.
Wow,
like $24 million. A lot of cash. But he's a good hitter. He's gonna be really good. We got off baseball a little bit, which is great. Which is good because I
feel like there's not a lot of subjects we didn't hit tonight.
No.
Yeah, we kind of covered it all, man.
We hit everything.
This was awesome, man.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Where we at time-wise? Where we at? 2 hours? Are we really? Holy shit.
Oh, man.
It's our longest podcast ever.
It doesn't feel like it,
I could do another 3, man.
It feels great. Todd, you killed it, bro.
No, I appreciate you guys having me on here to speak. I don't really, I speak to you guys off camera a lot about my life and, the ups and downs and the craziness about it. But to get it out a little bit, hopefully fans can, either relate or understand. We're like regular people too, man. We go through the same shit.
I mean, I feel regular as hell. I feel like you're kind of the same.
Yeah, without a doubt.
We're the same dudes.
We're the same people, man. Just like people.
Definitely put on for our city.
Without a doubt. It's crazy how many good athletes we have and how many are up and coming.
Yeah.
In every sport.
Absolutely.
And then Rutgers, too. I got to give a shout out to Rutgers, bro. They're top 24. They're number 24th in basketball now, which hasn't happened since 91.
Wow.
Like Jersey.
Men's basketball?
Men's basketball.
Wow.
Like Jersey. The women's always been there.
Yeah.
But like I tell these kids all the time, just stay in Jersey, go to Rutgers, bro. That's a school. And they're
Honestly,
like, they go to Georgia or
when I was
Alabama.
If Goody was there when I was coming up, I would 100% with the Rutgers.
You would have been. Oh, without a doubt. And Goodell's been awesome with the wrestling.
Yes, yeah.
So we're coming. You know, Jersey guys, we're the strongest, bro. You always see a guy from Jersey. I mean, football, basketball, baseball, whatever it is. It's like, he's from North Jersey, South Jersey. Yeah. It's like, of course he is because, you know, in my opinion, we're the strongest.
Jersey gets a bad rap around the country.
And I defend it like nobody's better. People know that.
Jersey.
Oh, they like the armpit. Yeah, you're the armpit. The Garden State. What do you mean? Exactly. I'm like, don't talk shit about Jersey.
Come here. Especially where we live.
Yeah, it's nice, man. They see the power plants and smokestacks and all that, the electrical stuff over there in Newark, and they're like, this place is.
Come down here, summertime, man, is priceless. You know, it's a special time around this area in the summer.
No, I appreciate you guys having on me, man, and more to come, man. Let's go.
New
chapter, baby. Appreciate it.
Champion and tramp, man.
Baby. Been a pleasure.
Onwards and upwards. That's our motto.
Love it.
All right, everybody. Thanks.
Todd, thanks so much, brother, for coming on, man. You guys tune in, check us out, like, share, subscribe. We every Monday, 3 o'clock, we go up on all formats, including YouTube. So check us out.
Let's go.